money, yeah, look, I just need the info. Pronto, I go and get it and split it with my kinfolk daily. And I'm the type of nigga that might change my number on you. Yeah, that's how you react when people took a slumber on you.
Hey, everybody, it's the live stream time. Uh-oh, guys, I think I deleted the wrong thing. Oh, wait, just kidding. Someday I'll get it right. Hey, everybody, welcome to another exciting Tall Man Moto live stream. It's a time. We're going to have a time. We got an international guest, internationally traveled, internationally. He's living in tomorrow, guys. We are broadcasting from tomorrow, but also from right now. Complicated. It's math, science. I don't get it. You guys probably don't get it. I bet you Soilsman gets it because he's really good at science and math stuff. What's up, everybody? How's it going? What are we doing? Oh yeah, I got an exciting announcement. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But let's see who's here already. Hold on. Let me calm down. Dork in the Road. This music is beautiful music, is what that is. Dork in the Road's here. We got Steven Stanson. Kitty's here. Soilsman's here. Mike's here. Hey, Mike. Who else is here? Who else? Oh, shit. Oh, guys. Jacob's back. Son of a bitch. Oh, my Motorcycle Adventures is here? Oh, look at that. I remember that guy this time. Mainly because he's the guest, guys. Bacon Whiskey's here. Oh, yeah, shit. This isn't even the announcement. You know what's stupid is I forgot this was on my head. I'm not going to lie. Bacon Whiskey says, Took alert. Let's talk about what's on my head. I'm a fucking idiot. This is what you guys tune in for. Okay, so these are not for sale yet. I'm testing. So clearly, it's happening. I'm making Tall Man Moto Toques. However, I don't want to sell you guys crap because I don't want to wear crap. So I'm testing. So you probably can't. This is gonna get awkward. So let's just get weird about it. Wait for you can't see it. It's not gonna autofocus. It's fine. The stitching on this is not great. It looks great from a distance, but when you get up close, it's a little loose. So I don't think we're going with this brand. So I've got 2 more on order, and I'm gonna test them out, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But in the near future, for all your camping, cold-headed adventures, I got you, because you'll have a Tallman Moto Toque that you can buy and or win on the live stream. So, looks like a crappy watch cap. Is that because it says Tallman Moto? Probably. ADV Oregon is here. Hey, buddy. All right. Let's talk about an exciting thing. Guys, John Ringo's here. Hey, John Ringo. So super exciting news. As I'm starting to pick up the pieces and put this channel back together, guess who officially has a dealership that he's going to be doing test rides and content with? This guy. So Everett Power Sports, we're going to start working together. And should have sent this to myself sooner, but hold on. Guys, let me show you what I'm going to test ride first. Hold on. I got to airdrop it to myself because I'm an idiot and I don't prepare. I know that's surprising. You guys are like, oh, this is so well rehearsed. It's not. Where is it? Where'd it go? I heard the sound. There it is. Hold on. Bring it up. Open. Okay. Are you ready? You ready? So next Saturday, I'm going to go out. I'm going to take this thing out for a whole day. And they were like, we want you to take it out into the dirt. And I was like, can do. Check this thing out. Guys, I'm going to take Husky 501 for a full day. And I'm going to have so much apologizing to do to KTM. I know it. But it's Husky. It's not KTM. Even though I know it's KTM. Shh. Never apologize for your KTM jokes. So, oh, hey, who's this guy? Sideways Stan says, hey, man, I'm out in Stan. We should set up a ride sometime. We can camp in some of the same areas. We should do that, Sideways Stan. But, you know, don't go Sideways Stan. Is that your murder name, Sideways Stan? That sounds like a cool serial killer name, honestly. I would watch that documentary. Sideways Stan. He took men out into the woods, and they never came back. I'm here for it, Sideways. Let's go murder in the woods. No, let's not do any of that. Yeah, so anyways, that's exciting. I'm super stoked, guys. Look at that stupid thing. And so what's really cool, this is a used bike. So Everett Power Sports has a bunch of Huskies that they need to sell. So if you're thinking about getting a Husky 501, I know a place that has a number in stock. So this one is used, and what's really going to screw this whole process up, this thing is built for somebody exactly my size because the guy who traded it in was my size. So it's got dropped pegs. It's got a friggin' steering stabilizer on it and a little bit of a rise, and it's just set up to make me want to buy it after I test ride it. So we'll see. I'm not saying new bike day because I don't think I can afford it. But maybe, you know, a little bit of work trade, making content, and then suddenly I just have a Husky in the garage. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. They do have an XLR 150, XR 150L. I didn't see. That's what's all the way on the very end of that picture. It's black, so you couldn't see it. But they have one. So, yeah, those things are like 250 pounds. Those Huskies, something like that. Like they're stupid. It's not good. I don't like that I'm already liking something that's somehow attached to KTM. So, guys, I don't know what to do. Anyways, it's not, you know, time to talk about the Tallman Moto Toques you can buy soon or the exciting content that's going to be happening soon. It's time to talk to a guy who's in the future. A guy who lives on the opposite side of the world. This Air Force, he's not a veteran because he's still in. This Air Force active duty service member, so thank him for his service profusely because we all love that so much. Lives in Japan, has been to, Germany and other places. He rides his sweet-ass motorcycle all over the place, camps a lot. Guys, this is John Snyder, also known as My Motorcycle Adventures. Hey, John, welcome to Tallman Moto Livestream.
Hey, thanks for having me. So It is 11:12 a.m. here. So good morning, everybody. Start this off the right way.
And you're drinking a Yingling. Okay, hold on. Wait. They have Yingling in friggin' Japan and not the West Coast?
You have to get it on base because you can't. You can only get Sapporo and Asahi and Kirin off base. The craft beer scene's starting to pick up in Japan, but
you need craft beer if you have Yingling.
Yeah, man. But even this is like only on the shelves maybe like a couple times a year, so it's a rare treat.
Yeah, John Ringo, a fellow Air Force guy, calm down. What the hell is
thanks for having me. Yeah. I'm down in southern Japan near Hiroshima. So if you're all familiar with Japan, so a much longer riding season here than other parts of Japan. So my main mode of transportation while I'm here is my motorcycle. So I opted not to get a car. And if I need to, I'll take public transit. But most time I'll just ride the motorcycle.
Dude, that's so cool.
That's rain or shine. So got rain gear
or snow if you're
or
taking
snow,
a snowboard right up.
I've gone a couple ski trips here in southern Japan. The roads were still okay-ish. I did get stuck in like one snowstorm. It was coming down pretty good, but you just had to take it slower. That's all. So
awesome. Okay, hold on, let me bring this up. So for everybody who's already probably asking, if you didn't see it in the thumbnail, let's look at this very delightful. Look at you. Look at how majestic you are.
Yeah.
So talk about your bike. What kind of bike you got? Obviously, it's a Honda.
It's a Honda. So I only ever rode and own is Honda. My father owned and rides Honda. My grandfather owned and rode Honda. So it's kind of a family thing. But this is a 1982 CM450. I bought this back in 2016 off the original owner. It had less than 2,000 miles on it when I bought it. Now it's about 40,000 miles. So in climbing, so putting on quite a few miles on the bike. This is actually the newest bike I own. My other two bikes is a 1980 CB750K and then a 1972 Honda XL 250, which those are both back in the States. I could only bring one motorcycle over here. And the CB750 I didn't own at the time when I came over here. I purchased that while I was over here back in the States. So yeah, it's a great little bike. It's super light, easy to ride, gets you from point A to point B. Not super fast, but fast enough for the roads in Japan. Highways are usually 80 to 100 kilometer posted speed limit. Most people go between 120, 130 kilometers. So, more like 70 miles per hour range. As long as you stay under 130, the police won't pull you over. But that's kind of more the average. So this was a ski trip at the local ski resort, Megahira. As you can see, the road conditions were fine. And I have my snowboard mounted to the back of my bike.
Just delightful.
It's kind of like a wing, on those, spoiler on those cars. You can see I didn't get any downward draft, and then the bike didn't really take off at all either. So
no drag there. Didn't increase the horsepower.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't feel like it had any kind of performance improvement from the wing. But
so you've been in Japan. How long have you been in Japan now?
Yeah, so I got here in 2021. So I'm going to be hitting 3 years here this March, and then I got 1 year left. So my time is coming to an end, unfortunately. I traveled extensively with my bike the whole way to Tokyo, which is like a 10-hour motorcycle ride from here, the whole way down south of Kyushu to the bottom, which that's a good 10, 12-hour ride as well to the bottom of Japan. I haven't ridden my motorcycle to Hokkaido yet. I've been to Hokkaido by a plane. I want to take a motorcycle trip hopefully this summer to Hokkaido and back. That's probably going to be a good 20-day trip. So.
And where were you before Japan?
Yeah, so before Japan, I was in Germany at Spangdahlem. It's kind of near Belgium and Luxembourg. And that's kind of when I first started to merge motorcycle and camping together. Like I've always ridden motorcycles as a kid. I started like on a 125 dirt bike Honda and jumped up to a 250, and I did camping trips when I was a kid, but I never combined those until I was in Germany. And so Yeah, so I was part of like a motorcycle club there, the Green Knights. We did a bunch of like group rides together and big events with other motorcycle chapters, and they would rent out these big sports plots like soccer fields, and we would have like different kind of like games and events on the motorcycles, big excuse to drink, and everybody would set up a tent in like the soccer field. And
That's
yeah, we do that
awesome.
in like different countries. Yeah, and that's kind of like my first kind of merger with that. And then from that limited experience, I was like, hey, I want to go check out Norway. And so I was like, I should just camp along the way, be more economically cheaper and easy to get around. And so I spent almost a month from riding from Germany to Norway and back, stopping in Denmark and Sweden and Copenhagen and Denmark there for multiple days to explore. But I was moto camping the entire way. And I learned a lot from that trip. Like I overpacked, like me being the first big trip I've done, like overpacked like crazy, brought way too much clothes, and then and try to save on space. Funny enough, like I didn't pack an air mattress, thinking like, oh yeah, I'll just like sleep on the ground there, and maybe like throw some like clothes underneath like for cushion. Yeah, after the first night, I went to the closest sporting good camping store I could find and bought like a $300 like ultralight air mattress to use because I learned the hard way.
So
Gotta have an air
you said
mattress.
that was about a month?
Yeah, it
Is
was
this
like a month-long
does
trip.
does this photo happen to be from that month?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's
Is
more
this
recent.
okay?
That's
Would
more
you say
recent.
this is okay? So this is a lighter
That's my
pack.
current setup. Yeah, that's my lighter setup. My bigger setup had like, I mean, it still had the saddlebags on there, but I had like this giant duffel and like this waterproof bag over top of it. It was way more stuff than that.
So
And well,
John sent me these photos, and this is one of the ones that I found first. How okay, let me ask this question first. How big are those panniers each side? Like 20 liters, 25 liters?
I'd say 30, 25, 30. They're pretty small. They
So,
expand out though too. They can zip them out and they can like pop out to fit more stuff in there if you need to. That's kind of neat. What I like about them. But then they zip and they compact pretty small as well, so they're not like sticking way out.
I'm already willing to admit that I'm not a bit of an overpacker. I like my conveniences. This is ridiculous. You guys hear this? Did you hear that? These are these cats. They're just going at it. They're the worst. I'm telling you guys, who wants a free cat? Anyways, the point here is look at this setup. Like, you have so little stuff. You're so efficient. So what is in your what are you packing?
Yeah.
Let's go over your pack list.
Typically on a lot of these trips I'm going to Japan are typically 3 to 4 day trips. On a long holiday weekend, usually traveling somewhere. So no more than like 3 shirts. Like if it's hot out, like 1 pair of shorts and like a long pair of pants, and of course like riding gear, especially if it's some. I try to like look at the weather, and if it's like no rain whatsoever, but it's really a good idea to bring your rain gear just in case, because I've had cases where it's like, oh, it's not going to rain, then it rains. So,
dude, you're so prepared.
Small thing like that, but yeah, like I always look at the weather as well because I have multiple. I have like 3 different sleeping bags for different weather ratings. Yeah, and that's like a small portion of what I have now. That's like a minimalistic pack. But so the sleeping bag I have there is my summer sleeping pack. I also got a lot of stuff I own is snug pack. So I got like the snug pack, 20-degree special forces sleeping bag that I'll take on colder weather trips, and then like a fleece liner go in there if I need like extra warmth, and then a bivy bag that goes over top of that if I need extra warmth as well. So, and I got another sleeping bag. I got one of those Sea to Summit sleeping bags or sleeping air mattress there. That's much lighter weight than that one. But that Zoo believes.
How do you like it?
It's cheap. I wish it compacts smaller, but it is comfortable. Like it's thick. It gets like 3 inches off the ground. It was like only $40.
Yeah, so I've been testing that same one. So it was on a Black Friday, and I was like, well, fuck,
Stupid
it was
cheap.
like $28, and so
Yeah.
I bought two of them because I figured if
Okay.
one fails, like, why not? Plus, I like
it's heavy
having extras.
material. The material is super heavy. I don't know how that thing's like. It was hard to pop that thing, but I have tested that in cold weather. Like it was like below freezing out, and I could definitely feel it's not a 4-season air mattress.
No.
I
It
did
says
get
like 4.6 for the
it's
R
not
value.
four.
It is
It's
not.
definitely is not. It's more like 2.
Yeah.
So great for the summer, spring, but the winter. But I did get one of those new Snug Pack like Arctic mats. That supposedly you put that underneath that. Like I haven't tested it out yet, but I want to put that underneath that air mattress, and that should solve like losing so much heat getting that Arctic mat underneath that. So, and it doesn't take up much room either. But yeah, I got like air pillows I've gone through like 3 air pillows because they keep popping. So I'm on my third air pillow.
Hold on, let's bring that back up. What
So that
are you
one I have on
currently
there
using
popped.
for a pillow?
Yeah, so I got one off of Moto Camp Nerd. It's the
Is it the Nemo Philo?
It's the one that's like the Philo one.
Nemo
It's super
Philo.
comfy. That's
Did
it.
you pop your Nemo Philo?
No, that's one I have
okay,
currently.
okay.
It's not popped. Yeah, that Cocoon one. I popped that one. I tried fixing it. It popped in a spot where I couldn't fix it. The seam.
Dude, the Nemo Philo is like the best. That is.
Yeah, and
I've gone through a number of them.
Material.
These fucking cats. Dude, they're the worst.
Yeah,
well, because it's got. So for those who don't know, the Nemo Philo it's got like a little air bladder in it, but it's got memory foam on the top. So they're so comfortable. Like hands down, 100% recommend. Nemo Philo is the best camping pillow I think you can buy.
But that top bag I use, I got that from Naps. It's a Japanese motorcycle like superstore. It has like accessories, parts, like everything and anything motorcycle related. It has it. The problem is like a lot of the clothes, even like their 3XL, barely fit American sizes. So like a lot of their clothes don't fit. But that top bag is a Henley Begins bag. It's a really nice top bag, soft bag for like throwing all my stuff in there. And I liked it so much, I bought a second one not too long ago that's even bigger. So I can put more. I'm getting more gear. So there's some interesting rules over here in Japan. Like if you want to have a campfire at the campsites, you can't have any ground fires. They don't allow it. You have to bring your own like elevated fire pit, which I got one that compacts like super small and fits in real small. Yeah, exactly. So, and then just grab some wood at one of your like local Home Depot, kind of, they call them Jutendos, is a good place to buy wood from, and it's pretty inexpensive.
That's such an efficiently cram-packed bike right there.
Yeah, and then of course you got your telescoping fishing pole, because the beautiful thing about Japan is you don't need a fishing license if you're fishing in the ocean water. So anywhere there's salt water, you don't need a fishing license. So
that's awesome.
Unfortunately I didn't catch any dinner that night, but we brought food with us. So a buddy of mine was riding with me that day, and this is a free campsite, which was awesome. The very limited facilities. It had like some porta potties back there you could see that you can use, but other than that, but the cool thing was, it was like on the beach, so you got like this great ocean view, and it was close to the Japanese like naval like base, so you see submarines going by every so often. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's dope.
It was a cool spot. I've been in that spot like 3 different times so far.
All right, I think it's time for a giveaway break. What say you, Mr. Snyder?
What's the options? You said there's a flask.
All right, so we'll have you get to pick the first one. So we've got a flask, tumbler. Hold on, let me double check my list before I'm like giving away the wrong things. Definitely a peak refuel food. Tumbler. peak refuel, a flask, and a tumbler from MotoCamp Nerd. Because my guy Ben at MotoCamp Nerd is hooking it up. He's making sure that we're taken care of. So go shop at MotoCamp Nerd because he's great. And also he's giving us free stuff. So flask, tumbler, or peak refuel? What are we doing first?
I would do flask.
Got it queued up right here. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this thing. It's like a promotional period, but not. It's like an ad, but better. Look at that thing. Look at how beautiful this thing is. Oh yeah. From Yukon Outfitters. Look at that. Look at that logo. You know how much alcohol you can fit in this thing? 9 ounces. I was gonna say 4, and I was like, that's not right. So that's what we're doing. Except, you know who's not ready? Big surprise. This guy. For live streams. Oh, there it is. I'm totally ready. It's queued up. It's in the bookmarks. Give me a hashtag, John Snyder. What do they got to put in?
Hashtag, live from Japan.
Live from Japan. I like it. Oh, wait, hold on. Boop. Okay. Oh, my goodness. The only thing I don't like about the software is I can't just change tabs. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, guys. Hashtag live from Japan for MotoCamp Nerd Sweet Flask.
Good luck.
We have 1 entry. Steven Stanton, you're it. Just kidding. Not yet. Jacob Wiersman's not allowed to win. So anybody but Jacob Wiersman can win.
Now, they have this really interesting drink over here. You ever heard of Habusaki?
I've sort of heard of sake.
Yeah,
Habusaki?
Habusaki. So what makes it Habusaki is there's a snake. It's a habu snake, which is very venomous, and they have it in the bottle with the sake, and it like gets the flavors of the snake, I guess, into the alcoholic drink. But it has like a venomous snake inside this like bottle of sake. It's pretty popular.
Listen, I do work at a health clinic. I would not consider myself a medical professional, but that doesn't sound safe. I guess it's like it's a whole ass snake.
Yeah.
A whole ass snake. That just sounds like
coil it in the bottom of it, and they keep the head like the fangs, everything open up so you can like see. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild looking.
13. We're at 13, guys. Last chance, live from Japan.
Nice.
Going in 4.
Yeah, soju's like
3.
Russian roulette of alcohol. Like they don't.
2-1 go. I've never had soju either.
Oh, soju! It's like they don't regulate it, so you can get something that's like super strong and like you're drunk pretty quick, or it's not as strong. Nice, congrats.
Moto. Critter Moto, email me, tallmanmoto@gmail.com. I won the flask. That's all you got to say.
Yep.
I'll make sure it gets to you.
Do they have liver shots in Korea? Like after you
liver shots?
Yeah, it like helps you rehydrate and like cures a hangover. They got them like all the 7-Eleven convenience stores in Japan. They call them liver shots. It's like the trick to after a night of drinking, you don't want to have like a bad hangover. You get like a thing called liver shots.
All right, I'm here for it. I guess I'd try it.
Yeah.
Also, so there's a couple of you from the last live stream. The people that emailed me, I got you. But there was a couple of people that did not email me, and you won stuff. Eric Christensen's here. Hey, Eric Christensen. I know that name. Eric Christensen, I know you, don't I? Who are you? Who are you, Eric Christensen? Who else has popped in? Is there anybody else that's shown up since? John Ringo, what? I thought you were my Yingling hookup. How come I don't have any Yingling from you yet? Cindy's here. Cindy Sackett, that's Pete's wife. Everybody say, hey, Cindy. That's basically everybody. MOI? What is MOI, Cindy? Method of instruction? Meals on Indigos? Okay, so favorite So Germany and Japan, right? No other foreign stationed places with motorcycles. I
No,
mean,
I
you
never
traveled a lot from there,
traveled a
but
lot. Yeah, so I've been to, I mean, 48 different countries traveled to, but
good
not by motorcycle, like just in
Lord.
general. But while I was in Germany, yeah, I'd ride the motorcycle to the Netherlands, to Belgium, to France, Switzerland, Austria, Luxembourg. So, of course, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. So, been to a few places on the motorcycle.
That's
Um,
so awesome.
Interesting about there, a lot like Austria and Switzerland for sure. You have to pay a road tax to use the roads. Switzerland's it's like $50 for the year, and that's Austria's they you can do it by like the day or the week that you're using it. But if you don't have that road tax sticker stamp on like your vehicle or motorcycle, it's a big fine if they catch you on the highways without it. So
No kidding.
over here in Japan, all the highways are also toll roads, but they don't do like a sticker. They just do like in the US, they have like an easy pass system.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get like a thing called ETC card with a reader for your vehicle. And you actually get a major discount with the ETC card. There's an incentive to get that versus just paying cash with a ticket entry and exit point or credit card. But with the ETC card, motorcycles get a 20% discount over the four-wheeled vehicles. So right there's a big incentive to get the ETC card set up. And then also on top of that, there's additional discounts on top of that they factor in if you're doing like commuting or long road trips, or it's like weekend travel. They do some discounts as well to incentivize people to travel more. So like on a long trip, me and a buddy went. He was following me on another motorcycle. It's like 8 hours or so from our entry to exit point, and I paid like $100 in tolls. He paid like $180 in tolls. So without an ETC card, just paying with the paper card. So you save a lot of money if you do a lot of long trips pretty quickly.
All those things that you listed as discounts, those are just East Coast premiums. They just add all the discounts on.
Yeah.
Anybody who's from the East Coast, you can go from New York to Virginia and you'll pay about $95 to $135 in tolls. It's insane.
Yeah. The Turnpike, I think I keep hearing it's like the most expensive
God.
toll road in the US.
It's the worst.
I
So
mean,
Critter Motor wants to know, how is riding in Europe and crossing all the borders?
yeah, I mean, in the European Union, there's no issue whatsoever. It's like traveling in the US, like state to state. So really the only border crossing that takes a little bit of time was Switzerland because they're not part of the European Union. And they're basically, all they're doing is make sure you have a sticker to go on their highways. They want that $50, 50 euros to use their highways. And don't ever speed in Switzerland. I found that out the hard way with like a €500 fine for going like 5 miles per hour over. So
what?
Very expensive in Switzerland.
Damn.
So, yeah. Now, that was in my vehicle. If I was in the motorcycle, yeah.
They'd have given you a high five and let you go?
Yeah. Yeah, so no, absolutely. So I'm in the Air Force and I am stationed in Japan. So I'm here for 4 years. I'm on year number 3. So I got about 1 year left. And then it's wherever the Air Force sends me. So
hashtag thank you for your service.
Oh yeah, appreciate the support. So yeah, I mean,
so we haven't talked about how we know each other. So
yeah.
John and I met back in the days of my teaching at DINFOS, the Defense Information School, which is where every single service has to go if they want to take pictures, write a story, or draw things, basically. And then, I mean, honestly, this is the first time you and I have caught up, really, like, since we both left. So last live stream, if you weren't watching, I did a random, so the last giveaway, I was like, who wants to be a guest? Because I thought it would just be fun to bring just somebody on. And then John won it. And I was like, hell yeah, because I knew he was in Japan. So here we are. Parallel Camper's here. Hey, Parallel Camper. I just want to point out, guys, okay, so at Critter, you're not allowed to say anything John Ringo says on this live stream that we're officially documenting, he's going to send me some. And he's only in Arizona. Arizona? Where the hell are you? He's in Arizona. So he's not crossing international borders, Critter, so it's easier for him to send things. It may have taken me a while to mail a thing to Critter Moto. So, but he got it. What matters is he got it in time. Who's got questions for a guy that's camped all over the world?
Well, I see John Ringo's question there. So,
he doesn't
it's
camp.
public affairs career field for the Air Force. So, do photojournalism. So
yeah, he's dope.
That's why the whole Dimphos and everything like that. Yeah, we're Matt and everything.
He's a real good photographer. Okay, so without context, I stumbled upon this photo. What? What?
Yeah.
What?
So I think it's John Mays, The Man in Japan. I think it's on Amazon. It's still on there or not. He does a good travel series around Japan. But this is in Shikoku. It's this village where, okay, so give you some context. In Japan, a lot of these smaller towns and villages, the population is dwindling because all the younger generations are moving to Tokyo or the bigger cities, more job opportunities, more to do. And so that just leaves kind of the aging population is slowly dwindling and disappearing. And so like this town, this person made these dolls that were in the likeness of like these old townspeople that passed away. And they just started making, like, as the population declined, made more dolls in the likeness of these citizens. And there's like one or two people left in this little village in town, but have like all these kind of dolls. It's a little creepy. It's kind of like a horror movie kind of thing. But that's John May right there. That's
the tall one.
The tall one. They made him for his visit there.
I was gonna make a joke that if I was in Japan, that would be me.
Exactly, you stick out there. I mean, if you visit there and do like a television show, maybe they might make a doll of you, and then you'll never leave there.
If anybody's watching this in Japan right now, I'm international now, so. Okay, Critter wants to know, how's life on Japan compared to the U.S.? Nightlife, general day to day.
The food's awesome over here. If you like sushi and ramen and all that such, the food's amazing. It's just different culture over here. So the biggest thing is the language barrier. It's tough sometimes to communicate. I use Google Translate to survive.
I was just going to ask.
To read menus or communicate. It's definitely a useful tool. The nightlife, more so in the big cities. There's a nightlife like Hiroshima or Osaka or Kyoto or Tokyo have like Fukuoka have great nightlifes, and Kobe. Yeah, like the bigger cities, they all have like nightlife. The nightlife near the base, I mean, there's a bunch of bars and stuff like that right outside the gate. I tend to not go to those anymore.
Yeah. I don't think it matters what country you're in. You don't want to go to bars right outside a military base.
No. So
unless you want to have a real weird time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I travel a lot of the bigger, like I'm going to, when I do my motorcycle trips, I plan not so much for the camping aspect, that's just part of it, but more I want to go see a temple or shrine or a castle or something kind of like something scenic, something photo worthy, or some kind of like adventure or hiking place. So I've like hiked Mount Fuji, I've hiked Mount Tateyama. It's like one of the 3 holy mountains of Japan to include Fuji. And so some kind of destination. Some onsen towns are also really nice to go check out. Also, like onsens in general in Japan, as long as you don't have tattoos, like you can pretty much go to any onsen you want to.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so I think
what's
that's
also onsen?
So onsen in Japan is a hot spring. Yeah, so it's a hot spring that you can basically relax in. Hot water. Onsen's like has these special minerals they have to have in there to be considered an onsen, because they have other ones. It's called sentos, and sentos is like a super bathhouse. It doesn't have the correct kind of minerals coming from the ground to qualify as an onsen. But a lot of people do these long motorcycle trips as like, hey, how do we get clean and get showered and stuff like that? some campgrounds have showers, or some people get like memberships to YMCA or one of those workout places to get a shower. Like onsen is the perfect place to go, make yourself not stinky anymore from several days of camping.
You can't, hold on, let me really accentuate this situation. You said
Yeah.
you can't do an onsen if what?
Oh yeah, if you have tattoos, a lot of onsens will have signs that says no tattoos allowed, unless you have like a really small one that you can cover it with like a bandage or something like that. But they won't allow entry because they associate individuals with tattoos with the Yakuza or crime syndicate. And that's more of the common thing. Yeah. So if you weren't part of the Yakuza, Matt, it would.
No, I don't think
they would let you in there. But bigger touristy onsens, they allow tattoos because they understand foreigners have them. Any kind of public onsen that's like free outside and managed by the city, tattoos are allowed. It's mostly the private ones.
That's so crazy.
That don't allow tattoos. So, and even some of the water parks, like water parks here, you have tattoos, you're not allowed in the water park.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. I'm going to grab a beer, but start answering this, and I'm going to go really quick because I want to hear most of the answer, but I'm going to grab a beer. What's the motorcycle scene like in Japan?
Oh, it's great. Oh, my gosh. So we've done a couple like big motorcycle meetups with the local Japanese population, and it was probably like 50, 60 bikes that showed up. It was more like, chit-chatting and talking bikes, stuff like that. I've gone on some group rides with the local Harley Davidson dealership. Does some group rides quarterly, and those upwards to like 100 bikes. And they have different groups from other like Harley Davidson motorcycle business around Japan. They would do like just big organization rides. So those are fun. Yeah, there's a lot of motorcycles. I mean, I went to this big event. It was a Honda homecoming event down in Kusamoto and Kyushu down south. And there was thousands of motorcycles that showed up. And then they had like free test rides events, and you got to go take a tour of the Honda motorcycle factory. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so good.
The car scene in Japan is incredible too.
Yeah.
So
I've gone to some like drift tracks and stuff like that to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a prior student who is also Air Force is stationed in Japan as well. So I keep an eye on his Facebook. He's got a YouTube channel that he's doing really well with, but his is focused on cars. And dude, just like the whole car scene and some of the stuff that's over there, like that's really where like most of America is just waiting for something to turn 25 years old so that we can get it.
The problem is the prices are just outrageous on cars.
Dude,
even motorcycles, I found they're inflated way over here because some of the motorcycles that I'd love to get an old 70s CB 750, but they're going for like $20,000 or $30,000. I mean, they're like museum quality, but I can probably get a CB 750 for like $10,000 to $12,000 in really good condition back in the States. So
yeah,
they're inflated over here, and I don't know if that's just the way it is or not. But here's a great question.
Yeah.
So for my particular circumstance, I actually brought my motorcycle from the States with me over here. So if you're SOFA, military, even non-SOFA, the rules in Japan, if your motorcycle is older than July 1999, importing it, you don't have to get the brake certification or emission testing done either at the Tokyo or Osaka testing facility, which can cost upwards of $6,000 to get it and tested and to pass to get it street legal. So that's what a lot of people bring newer bikes over here. It might cost them $6,000 to $8,000 to get it street legal because of all those requirements. But if it's older than July 1999, you don't have to do all that. You just have to do the standard JCI inspection process, which still cost me about $700 for a 3-year inspection. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get it done again this year, and it's only gonna be for 2 years, but should cost a little less money.
So about the same prices as Virginia.
Yeah, it's still expensive. But the nice thing is, like, since I brought it over here, I can take the motorcycle back because it has a U.S. title and VIN. Now, if you do buy a Japanese motorcycle and want to take it back with you to America, it needs to be 25 years or older to legally import it back in the States. Some people are like, well, I can just tear it apart and make it like and ship it back as parts. I mean, yes, you can do that, but you'll never get it on the road because you'll never go through customs to get the letter and everything like that. It just would never be street legal.
Still got to register it once it gets here.
So.
All right, so Critter says, you always see so much history on TV coverage of Japan. Is it really like that? The ancient mixed with the new, like old temples right beside modern condos.
I mean, Tokyo, yeah, you can see some older temples and modern stuff. Kyoto's like everything's old there. It's beautiful. Yeah, Kyoto is very historic and well preserved. And of course, in Hiroshima, everything is newer. So you know, a ton of old stuff in Hiroshima. So yeah, history. Yeah, I mean,
what the hell is Roppongi?
Roppongi?
Do you know what Roppongi is? Oh, wow.
Yeah, Roppongi is in Tokyo. It's a lot of bars and like that. Interesting enough, our main office for where I work is near Roppongi. It's at Hardy Barracks. So it's like where a lot of my bosses sit at. And that's a cool place. But yeah, I've only been to Roppongi like once.
I like
yeah, any kind of ramen vending machine. Any kind of ramen vending machine is awesome. So, but the vending machines over here are great because you can get like a hot or cold drink, and like 90% of the campgrounds I've been to have like a vending machine available. So like in the morning I can get like a hot coffee out of the vending machine. It's pretty amazing. So I don't have to bring like a jet boil or anything like that. So that's how I can like get away with packing lighter. Is, you know, these campgrounds have vending machines with hot coffee, and then on top of that, every like 10-15 minutes away there's a convenience store where you can get a great, you know, meal of udon ramen or like pork cutlet over rice, and they zap it in the microwave and you have dinner, lunch, breakfast. You know, they have other options as well. It's convenient.
Oh
yeah, so you can't, there's no wild camping allowed in Japan, so I'm sure people do it, but it's not legal.
Disperse camping? Wild camping? Yeah, like out in the woods?
You can't do any kind of wild. No, there's no wild camping allowed in Japan. But they have, I gave Matt 2 websites that have a vast list of free campgrounds or campsites in Japan that you can utilize. There's a lot. And unfortunately, some are closing down because of not being managed or the city doesn't want. But these public free campgrounds are managed by like cities or some managed by temples and just, you know. But the great thing is, and you got to do a little bit of research even prior to going to those, because some are first come first serve, which are great. I love because I just roll in and, you know, find a spot and set up camp. Some you have to email or call or reserve on like an app or a website prior to that, because they only want so many people camping in that campground. But it's still free, even though you have to make a reservation. So that's like the best motorcycle rides in Japan. That's like some of the best routes.
Oh, okay. Dude, this is insane. Like, there's so much data here.
Yeah. Yeah, that map's
cool
great.
Resource.
That's
awesome.
So yeah, like even still, like I stayed at this one campground. It was like on the mountain above Nagasaki, and it was a free campground, but you had to like call or email ahead of time to reserve a space, which wasn't a big deal. Like I did that. They replied back and they're like, yep, you're good to go for these dates. And it was awesome. Yeah, it was easy setup. You just had to check. Someplace you have to check in, which that's annoying because the check-in might only be until like 5 p.m. So you got to get there before they close the check-in. Other places you don't have to check in. Yeah. But like every paid campground I've ever been to in Japan, like there's always check-in hours. Some are good that you can like check in the next morning and pay if you're gonna, you know, if you call ahead and make that arrangements. So
that would be really nice. Yeah.
Paid campgrounds in Japan can vary in price as well. Like some could be like 500 yen, which is like $3 and some change with exchange rate, versus it could be, that cheap, or it could be as much as like almost $50 a night. You know, it depends. Be like a wooden platform or how much amenities they have. So they can get kind of expensive. At that price, I might stay at like a capsule hotel or a hotel if they're going to start charging $50 a night.
It sounds like every friggin' national campsite here in America.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but
So annoying.
the nice thing too, like I said earlier, is a lot of these campgrounds too have or close to or have onsens at them too. So that's really nice. There's a trip I want to take there this spring. Unfortunately, you can't take the motorcycle to the campground. You have to park in this parking lot and get a hike like an hour and a half up this mountain to this campground area. And then there's a free onsen on the side of the mountain that you can use near the campground.
That really,
Yeah, the culture is definitely more respectful in play, and I never have to worry about leaving stuff in my tent while I'm out riding. Nothing's ever gotten stolen. Um, no one's ever messed with the bike like that. It's very, very safe. Yeah, it's people are very, very nice.
You were saying
There are some times I've ran into closer to base than anywhere else where there was
Yeah.
like some restaurants that had some signs on there that said like Japanese only or something like that. So
really?
yeah, it's still kind of a thing
Huh.
where there's like no foreigners allowed, but it's rare. Yeah, so the Bozuzukas I've run across those guys on the road. There's like a Bozuzuka club in Hiroshima that rides around, and they cut off their exhaust to make it as loud as possible, and they like make music revving up their bike. It's neat. It's neat to see. They're just a bunch of like teenagers or young adults just kind of trying to get in trouble. So, but
Is
they're
that
pretty
like
harmless.
is that like the Japanese word for hoonigan?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
They're pretty much hooligans. But yeah, their bikes are super neat though. They got like the big rising back seat, and you'll notice it right away if you see one. Yeah, so the pancakes they have down here is called okonomiyaki, Hiroshima style, and they're delicious. I usually get mine with udon noodles, but they have them usually with you can get them with soba or ramen noodles, and it's delicious. And they put like an okonomiyaki sauce on it, and you get like a little spatula to eat instead of chopsticks. It's a staple food here, especially in Hiroshima.
How are the waffles?
I mean, there are some places that you can get waffles at 7-Eleven. The trick is the food hack a lot of people do is you get these pancakes that have some like butter and syrup that are in this package at 7-Eleven, and then you get some fried chicken and you make it into a sandwich, and that makes like a really good snack. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Gaming Wizard Steve's here. Hey, Steve. Let's see what else. What do we else got, guys? You got so many questions. I love it.
Ooh, is it now time to have them figure out if you're putting unleaded in your bike or not?
Oh yeah,
this is a fun
forgot
game.
about that. This is great. Hold on, where's that at? I want to say I downloaded it, but I don't know where it went.
There's two photos.
So let me.
We'll do one first.
Okay. So I cheated because Google Translate. But
well, don't tell.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. I want them to guess.
I would
Nice.
never. Okay,
so
ready?
it's intimidating,
Okay,
especially you get like people going out for their first time. Is you're gonna fuel up on a long ride off base. So which color do you guys think is unleaded fuel? Like, let's not put diesel in your bike game.
Red, yellow, green. Choose correctly, or spend 8 hours tearing apart a bike and cleaning everything. Wasn't it you though that told me you accidentally filled up with diesel once and the bike did not die?
No, it ran. It just didn't run. It didn't run very good.
Honda. That's Honda reliability. Will run on diesel. That should be their slogan.
Not well, but it ran.
It'll go. Oh, Crashy's here. Hey, Crashy.
And then, so after that incident, I had a good buddy that I rode with that was very fluent in Japanese. He taught me the kanji to identify for unleaded fuel, because in Japan, you can't go off the color of the pump to select the right fuel. They change those colors up on different gas stations.
Oh no. Okay, so it looks pretty red or green.
Yeah.
Got one for yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, so which one's unleaded?
Yeah. So which one unleaded? You would pick the red one for this particular gas pump station, for this fuel station. So if you chose red, you are correct. All right. So
That was so fluid.
there is
Hold on.
another. I don't know if you want to do the other.
Is the other photo in your photos
Yeah, it's in that zip
thing?
drive I
Okay,
sent you.
hold on. Let me hold on. I have that queued up. Let me sift through it real quick. Let's see. Oh, god damn it. 2 screens is so much work.
You need like
it's
3 or
just
4.
such a first world problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I closed it. Oh, I'm
You're
an
a professional,
idiot.
right?
Oh my goodness. The professional list. Really. Sifting. Would you say it's more towards the top or the bottom?
I don't know what you're seeing. So
yeah, I know.
It's the one with the fuel pumps in it.
Is it the one with the fuel pumps? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I'm looking.
That's the best I can give you.
You should say so many nice things about Moto Camp Nerd.
Yeah,
and then
yeah. So the last thing I bought from them
giveaway.
was those awesome Darn Tough socks, and those were a good purchase. Like, holy cow, the yeah, because I've always had problems. I go on these like hikes, like Mount hiking Fuji or Mount Tantiyama or Mercado Mountain here, and I've gone through so many freaking socks on some of those hikes. So I'm hoping these are like the last socks I'll have to buy for a while. And the big thing too is like you saw, my pack is so light. Like I try to keep down to like 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of underwear, or an extra pair of pants, and like shorts and stuff like that. Depends on the time of the year if it's warm enough for shorts. Oh, and always bring swimming trunks, because you never know where there's gonna be an opportunity to go swimming, and there's a lot of swimming holes here in Japan. Like I did this one hike, took me 2 hours to get up to the end of it, where there's like this hot water, onsen water coming out of the ground, and it just dipped into this glacier fed river, and like I just put on my swimming trunks and then jumped in this river with hot water and cold water mixing together, and it was awesome.
That sounds super awesome. But you know what else is awesome? A Moto Camp Nerd insulated tumbler. Oh man, I'm so good at this stuff. There's multiple colors. It'll keep your drink hot or cold for forever, because insulated tumblers are great. And also you can be like, hey, I like Moto Camp Nerd and you should too. I have just the hashtag.
What's the hashtag?
If you'd like to win a Moto Camp Nerd insulated tumbler 20 ounce, you can enter now. And you can enter with the hashtag, thank you for your service.
Nice.
Hey, your pictures kept us free, buddy. I'm proud of you. That's always the most awkward thing when somebody says that to me, because like
I always say, thank you for your support. You just kind of flip that back around.
Yeah, I'm just like,
it's kind
of okay. I didn't do anything. Took pictures. I guess I did some stuff, but like I didn't fight Al Qaeda. So smell that smell and feel the grease of the diesel. Bathe in it.
Yeah.
No, motorcycles and pancakes. It's a hashtag. Gosh. Wait, did I spell it wrong? Okay, no. So I thought with the star he was correcting me for a second. I was like, wait, did I do something wrong?
Spell it right.
Thank you for you service. I'm good at spelling stuff. All right, we're at 12 entries, and I see more viewers. Who wants to win a tumbler? They're pretty nice tumblers. Why do they call them tumblers? Is it because it can tumble and the coffee won't spill out?
It has a lid.
Because I can tumble while holding it?
I mean, make sure you just don't tumble on the bike.
Can you say tumble on the butt?
The bike. Don't tumble on
the
bike.
bike.
Yeah.
Why do they call them tumblers? When an object is a tumbler, it's simply a drinking glass. Though today's drinking tumblers have flat bottoms, back in the 15th century, they were rounded or pointed and couldn't be set down between drinks, or else they would topple over or tumble. That sounds like the stupidest friggin' design. They were
probably like
stupid
a
back
horn.
in the 15th century.
You ever seen those drinking cups that are like
Oh,
horn?
yeah, the Valkyrie ones.
Yeah, but they have like holders for them. Maybe they didn't have holders for them back then. I don't know.
Oh, stupid 15th century humans. They were so dumb. All right, we're at 15 entries. Anybody else? Motocamp during insulated tumbler. If you win, before I hit the button, go to his website, motocampnerd.com, search tumbler, find the tumbler, 20 ounce insulated, and then pick the color you want before you email me. Black, charcoal, olive drab, royal blue. Unless you're like, for sure this color, and then just tell me. But if you're like, I don't know, go look, because I'm just going to forward it to him, and he's going to mail you something. It might be a surprise. All right, we're at 16 entries, drawing 17 entries.
All right, last minute. There we go.
Oh, yeah, shoestring ADV. Hey, buddy. I'm testing shoestring. I'm testing toques, because I don't want to sell you guys crap, so I'm making sure that they're not bad.
Drum roll.
And honestly, it sucks that the stitching on this is bad, because I really like the toque itself. Garrick!
Hey.
Garrick's the winner of a tall man. No, not a tall man moto. Motocamp Nerd insulated tumbler. Email me, tallmanmoto@gmail.com. My name's Garrick. Here's my address. I won the tumbler. And what color you want it in? Black, charcoal, olive drab, which is like Stanley. You know, classic Stanley color, that green. That's what that is. Or royal blue. Email me, tallmanmoto@gmail.com. All right, where are we at? What are we doing?
So
What's going on?
Back to
What's
moto
next?
Camping.
To moto camping.
I don't know if I mentioned, like, it's probably way too many, but I have 4 tents right now that I use for different occasions. Like I've really kind of, my favorite one is, it's been seen in a lot of the pictures, is this kind of like 2-man dome style tent. But I also have one of those like wolf. It's kind of like a wolf walker. It's like a knockoff.
Oh yeah,
of
the Lone Rider knockoff. Hold on, I saw it.
But you have like this nice vestibule you can like get out of the rain, and
yep.
The thing's heavy.
Bam,
it's like
here it is.
10, 12 pounds.
Oh no, guys!
But,
I have bad news.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Oh no, it works. It's the first pee break. Okay, talk about this sweet tent. I'm gonna have a pee break.
Yeah. So I think that was like the first time I took it out as well. I was kind of figuring out how it works. So I was starting to set it up. But yeah, the nice thing, it's huge inside. I can like stand up, which is awesome. So it's easy to, change outfits, and the nice vestibule. So I don't have like morning dew, and like the bike's not soaking wet in the morning from condensation. So that's kind of nice. I don't have to like dry it off with a rag. Yeah. So I've gone through like some heavy wind and rain with the tent, and it hasn't leaked at all. Anytime it's like really windy, I gotta like stake it out a lot better than that. So it actually like won't blow down. But yeah, it's an all right tent.
That's a fun one to set up though.
It's the tunnel tents, because like you gotta get one side staked down and like lift up the other side. So
yeah, we had fun with Steve's.
He says, "Remember, Matt." I was gonna ask if this was he is stating if this, Steve, is this the one that so where was it? We were going to Giant Loop. We camped somewhere, and there was like a nasty little windstorm blowing through where we were. Steve got to the campsite ahead of us and was setting up on his own, and a wind gust caught it and just effed one of his poles. Like destroyed it. So poor
the
guy
full
had to go
scope?
backwards, 45 minutes to go buy a new tent.
Hmm.
It was a whole situation. Yeah, those are a beast to set up. And you set that up alone?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first time I set
Good
that
for
thing
you,
up, so I was
buddy.
like trying to figure out what I was doing. And yeah, it was like right before dark time too, so I was like trying to hurry up and get it up before it got too dark. Sometimes
They are
once I've set
cool,
up a
though.
tent a couple times, I can like set up
Yeah.
with a headlamp, no problem. The other tent, you see the other one that's like 6'7" photo there. That's my kind of my go-to one now because it compacts like down to pretty small, like 16 inches long wise, and it's pretty lightweight, and there's enough to like room to maneuver and sit up, and it's pretty. And it was cheap. I got the thing off Amazon, like I was like during Cyber Monday or something like that, for like $100.
Can you can? So is this
Freestanding.
is this the edge of the tent, and then this is a vestibule space outside of it?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
2 vestibules on both sides, so you put your shoes and stuff like that outside.
It's a cool long design though. I like the weird like triangle end, so it's not dome space. I bet that feels super roomy.
Oh, it is. It's very roomy.
Yeah,
And
that's
it was
great.
super cheap, and it's gone through some pretty good rainstorms with it. No issues with it leaking. As you know, it's double. It's not like a single layer, it's dual layer there with the rain sheet. So this is kind of my favorite tent so far. The photo below that's my photo of my first motorcycle trip to Norway. I was like super overpacked on that.
Oh my god!
At least I felt that was overpacked.
Yeah,
But
I
I
love
had a big
that.
duffel bag on there and a rain bag or a dry bag on top of it with extras. It was just, yeah.
I love that
Way
you feel
overpacked.
like that's overpacked. my first trip, I don't think I even really had side bags. It was just everything stacked vertically, and it was taller than me, which is really saying something.
Yeah.
That looks great. That looks like an experienced camper's packing situation there.
I don't know. I just felt like I was overpacked on that trip, and the stuff in there was heavy. But but the tent I had on that one was my Snug Pack Ionosphere, and I love the little Ionosphere because the thing's like super stealthy, quick to set up, and it's like weighs nothing and it's so small. But I can't stand up or sit up in that thing, so it's really hard to like. You can't change clothes in there. You gotta like, if you're in a campground, you gotta go to like the bathroom or somewhere they have a changing room to like change out any kind of clothes.
You gotta have a good headspace tent for exactly all those reasons. That's
So
I don't know
I
how
like
people
my
do it with a bivy.
Ionosphere, but I seem to hardly be using it as much anymore. So I'm thinking about trying to do some maybe like kind of get like a tarp and do like kind of a tarp overhang with the Ionosphere to have like kind of more of a lounge, like an area you can cook and do stuff in there.
I'm looking at rainflies. That's my next. I think that's my next move because I'm like, dude, it's just been garbage weather out here in Washington, but it's been warm. Like we had a weird little cold snap, but otherwise, like most of this winter, I would have gone camping. But it's just so friggin' rainy and wet. And so, rainflies are my next. I'm doing the research to try and figure out, like, size-wise what the right move is. But I think I'm going to get me, like, a 14-footer so that I have that space to be able to sit under and have the tent.
Yeah. So for Steve's question is, I do have a dirt bike back in the States. It's a XL 250 Honda for off-road capability, and it's street legal as well, so I can go on road with it. My kind of plan when I'm thinking in the future, just because I like to make different kind of projects, the CM450s for some reason they're just not valued very much for people buying them. So I see these CM bikes on Facebook Marketplace. If people if they're not stock, people try to like do those scrambler or any kind of like modification. Like they do kind of like a project bike for these. It's selling for like $500. But like if they're like pristine, I've seen them upwards of 2,000. But a good shaped one that's stock should be selling between like $1,200 to $1,500. I'd like to buy another one of these, but I want to buy the CM450C model and I want to turn it into like an adventure bike. I saw one guy on YouTube that's
Dude,
done
that would
it.
be so dope.
It looks dope with like good knobby tires and and he made his own kind of like bash skid plate to the bottom of it to protect the oil pan and the exhaust baffle. So it looks very easy and doable to modify
Fully
one to
support this
an adventure
idea.
bike. And they're super light. They don't weigh much. And they're easy to maneuver.
Yeah, they're not at all. I had a 500 Shadow. And dude, even that thing, like it was such a fun. That was my very first bike. And like you were saying, I bought it for $500 off Craigslist. Like, oh, dude, I had so much fun on that thing. I mean, I promptly laid it down like day 2 of having my endorsement because I found gravel, which, you know, shout out to adventure bikes. It was a great bike. It wouldn't die until it finally did, and then it would just at 60 miles an hour going down the road, and it would just cut out.
Yeah, I'm pretty meticulous on the upkeep on this bike. So like every 2,000 miles, I'm changing the oil and the oil filter out like clockwork. And I can do that myself, and it takes me like 20 minutes to do it. Real easy. And they have like a little, you know, every base has a on-base garage repair shop, like an Auto Skills. You can do it yourself. And I've had some like bigger things break on this that I was able to fix myself. I had to replace the front and rear sprocket and chain, but there was like an adapter that goes in the rear sprocket that you take out from the old one to put in the new one. Well, that piece actually broke, and that was like the only piece that Honda doesn't make a replacement part for it. So I had to go on eBay and find someone selling that sprocket with the spacer still in it, and to source it. And yeah, once I put that spacer in there, I had no play in the rear sprocket and was like safe to ride again. And then I had like all the electrical one out like a couple months ago when I was riding, and like after 5 days with a multimeter going through all the components, I found a wire broke from the key switch. Started like the soldering came undone, so I just got a solder gun for $5 and some solder, resoldered it together, and as good as new. So, you know, small things, really nothing terribly. These things are just so well built. It's a 40-year-old bike too. Things are gonna break.
Yeah, they'll run forever. Like. Yeah. And I mean, you know, to generally plug the concept of doing your own maintenance, like nothing is difficult except for like, not even, I was going to say like tearing the whole motor apart and putting it back together. Like, dude, motorcycles are great. They're just so great to work on. And any of you that are uncomfortable with your own maintenance, bro, YouTube. That's how I've learned how to do all of my things. Yeah. And it's just
and even still like, I've got quite a few books, kind of like the I don't know what they call it, like the mechanical. It's basically
like
it tells you how to take the whole bike. Yeah, shop manual. I got one of those books I was able to get off online where it basically shows you how to tear it down and put it back together. Great resource. Great resource. So
nobody else can see it, but we have a person that we're bringing on at some point to talk about another thing. Just it'll happen when the time is right.
All right. So motorcycle pancake. This is actually a great question. This is a great question.
He's going ham in his little video. Yeah. What are you? Yeah. Yes, it is.
So like I'm 2 years out from retiring from the military.
What are you gonna do?
So my kind of plan is I'd love to probably jump on my CM450 just because I have so many miles on it now versus my CB750 has like low mileage on it, and I want to keep it in really nice condition. As I want to ride to all the national parks, maybe do like a year-long motorcycle tour around like the U.S. Is kind of my impromptu plan. I mean, the longest trip I've gone on is a month, so from a month to a year is pretty long, but even still, I've been looking at all the military bases have these family camps you can stay at for like dirt cheap, like $10 a night for a campground site. And they have great facilities.
If you get in with a VFW, they've got camping places and RV places everywhere. So there's
really, I didn't know VFWs had those.
Yeah, VFWs have. They're like, I mean, we're talking about like touring the country, right? So it's a place to stay for the night, but it's available. Yeah. Also, while we're just talking about like veteran benefits, if you get your VA disability stuff done, you can get free camping for a lot of state camping options. National parks, you can get half off. There's so much.
Yeah, so that's kind of
Yes.
like
Do it.
I've been building out a lot of my camping equipment for that long trip and stuff like that to be sustainable.
Dude, that'd be so much fun.
The tank bag I think has been a great addition. Where if I need like a charging station, because I have an aftermarket USB port I put up between the handlebars, so it keeps my phone charged. But it has another one where I can like charge up all my extra batteries and stuff like that in that tank bag. Oh yeah, there's some of the food. So click that one there with that one there.
This one.
So this is fugu liver.
Is that
so
liver in a poop?
Yeah, so fugu is very, very toxic. If it's not cut appropriately, you'll die. This particular thing can only be served in the Oita prefecture down south. Every other prefecture, which is like basically a state in Japan, it's illegal to serve anywhere else except that location.
Really?
So it's really, really good. Yeah, it's because it's so difficult to prepare. The person has to be licensed and certified as well to serve it. But fugu, sushi, sashimi itself is served everywhere in Japan, except the liver part. I guess it's more difficult. It was delicious. So, but the sushi is cheaper. Like I go to a little conveyor belt sushi place from time to time near the base, and it's like less than $1 for a piece of sushi, and it's like super fresh and it's just delicious.
Did you say, and I missed it, what type of liver is it? Like, what is it from?
Pufferfish.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they call it fugu here, but it's pufferfish.
Yeah. You don't fuck around with pufferfish.
No, yeah, but it's it's expensive in the States, but it's super cheap here.
Okay.
I don't know any Japanese. Yeah, I mean, I know.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, so
I know a few phrases and some words. But yeah, my Japanese is as good as my German, which is not good at all.
So, Steve, he was saying before you came in, we were talking about like Google Translate and stuff as a means to survive out there, and that's basically how you're functioning, right?
Yeah, I've gone to like this small little onsen town up in the mountains, and like I was collecting some souvenirs. Went to this like little ryokan place because they had like this limited edition thing that they were selling based on that, and like the little lady came out. I was using Google Translate to talk to her, and she's like, "You're the first foreigner I've ever met before." So I was like, "Hope I make a good impression." So.
How? I mean, I know it feels like kind of a stupid question because how would you know if it's not effective? But like, how effective do you find the back and forth conversation in using Google Translate? Because like you can say it and then it translates it for you, and then they say and it translates it back to you. Like, do you find it effective?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to communicate without it. Yeah, I mean, because especially with the conversation mode there they have where it's actively translating back and forth conversation.
I think
it makes
that's
it pretty
so amazing.
Pretty slick.
Yeah.
So, of course, then they got the camera option to translate, menus and signs and stuff like that. And there's a lot of signs, road signs, particularly. A lot of them are English, anyways. They have like the English translation with most of the signs, not all of them, but most of the road signs are in English, so that helps. Great question here from Eric is there are a lot of trail riding. Like I have some buddies that have dirt bikes that go up in the mountains, and there's a lot of like dirt roads you're allowed to, as long as there's a road and no like gate on it, you can go. And you can, unfortunately I can't do that with my bike. I don't have the right kind of tires on there to go off. I mean, I'll go on dirt roads.
You could do it. You did snow.
I need knobby
right,
tires to go in the mud and stuff like that. But they have like gravel dirt roads. Like I have no problem with those. But when you start getting into the trails,
I hate this statement because of the reality of it. So Swazman, this is Pete. I don't think you do all the national parks in 2 years. They're too busy. So my girlfriend was looking at, so she's doing a week-long trip back to Montana. So with her sister, they're headed out there in her 4Runner. It is so bad reserving a national park campsite right now that they were sitting at 6:57 with national time brought up as a separate tab on the internet, so they knew when to hit refresh to be able to try and reserve a campsite before they sold out within 60 seconds.
The bots are automatically reserving those sites before a human can possibly do it, just because that's how efficient a computer is. It's a big problem. They need to fix that. Well, also, I'm kind of annoyed that why did the national parks contract out their website to this company that also adds a service fee to book things at their profit? That shouldn't be allowed.
Yes.
Anyway, that's a whole other topic.
Yes.
And issue. But I hear there's some first come first serve sites on some of these campgrounds. I wonder how difficult those are to procure or not. I just get there first thing in the morning.
That. So this, hold on. I got to find the thing. So future veterans that are watching. Yeah, I know. Nice. It's got the handicap thing. It's a disabled veteran thing. I don't know why, but that's what it is. You get this for free. This is $86 a year, and you get a lifetime pass. Right. Veteran fellows, do your VA disability stuff.
Now, they have national parks here in Japan as well, and I've been to quite a few of them. They're different. They don't have like the campgrounds kind of set up like they do in America, but there are campgrounds near it that you can stay at to enjoy. I went to Japan's first national park, Unzen, which is outside of Nagasaki, and it kind of has like a Yellowstone vibe to it. A lot of geothermal activities. It was pretty cool to go walk around that.
Dude, that's awesome.
I mean, I don't think there's really a comparison. Like, I've had okay ramen in the States, but
I would imagine
the ramen in Japan is so much better. And then even in the ramen in Japan, it's all different. Like each like prefecture or location in Japan have different styles, from like miso ramen to
that's not ramen. It looks delicious.
Spicy ramen.
That's ramen, right?
Yeah, that's ramen right there.
Yeah, that's ramen over there.
There's these different kind of flavored broth and different kind of noodles. Like no ramen is exactly the same. And it's cheap too. Like a lot of the ramen you're going to pay maybe like 1,000 yen, which is maybe like $8. It's really cheap. And it's way better than the cup noodle ramen. Interestingly enough, at the convenience store, you can actually get like a cup ramen that's actually a Michelin star rated ramen.
What?
It's based off the recipe from like this ramen place in Tokyo, and they make instant ramen from the recipe, and they sell it all around Japan at a convenience store. But they have a Michelin star. So,
dude, that's insane
for those ramen aficionados.
I do love me some good ramen.
The food, there's a motorcycle shrine right there, up a little bit.
Is that what this is?
No, that's from the Honda homecoming event, which was awesome.
Here.
That right there.
Oh, yeah.
So they got these around Japan, too, like motorcycle shrines that are dedicated for, like, they like do a prayer, and they like for safe riding for the year, and you get like, you can buy charms and stuff like that, and usually you can park it in front of the bike in front of the shrine and get the photo taken with it. Yeah, so they got those all across Japan. Have you ever seen that TV show Riding with Norman Reedus? Norman Reedus, they're on AMC. One of the episodes, he's riding in Japan, and they went to like a really cool shrine somewhere, I think near Osaka. Haven't found it yet, but they did that. The monk came out and did the prayer for the motorcycles.
That's so awesome.
Neat. So,
what a cool, like, I'm just so jealous, and not like a negative. Like sometimes you like, I'm so jealous. Like
go up one too, one photo. Or down, down.
No, down. There
you go. I was going. Yeah. So this is on like
so much stuff.
So a lot of places to access as well is ferries. So they interconnect the different islands there. And sometimes it can be shortcuts. But the great thing I love about the ferries in Japan is it's first come first serve for motorcycles, and it's heavily discounted. So you're not paying nearly as much as you would pay for a car to jump on the ferry for the ride. And so these are a really great way to travel around Japan as well.
Can we just talk just for a quick second? Critter will really appreciate this statement. And I mean, anybody like Washington State's no better. They have actual tie downs.
Like they take good care of your bike.
BC ferries, they just give you a block, and they're like, hope it doesn't fall over.
Oh shit! Wow.
This is like an actual thought out, installed when they were creating the vessel. Yeah. BC ferries is like, here's some wood.
Motorcycles.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
So I'm very impressed with like their care and service for like any kind of like service they have in Japan. Like they're top notch.
Said no one ever in Canada about
Just
BC ferries.
even their delivery service, they call it the like Black Cat Yamamoto, but they would call them Black Cat delivery service. Like I see them delivering on base to like different houses or like in the barracks, and the driver is literally full sprinting with the package from the truck to the room to try to make sure things are delivering as fast as possible. Like
Meanwhile,
it's
the
wild.
Amazon drivers
I don't
just
see Amazon
heating it
delivery
up 3
drivers
stories to my.
like
Hopefully it's the right door.
deliver a package. But yeah.
What?
And speaking of like efficiency, remember I sent you those links to the websites. There's a website they have about every single parking space available for just motorcycles in Japan.
I saw that. Hold on, let's bring that up.
So if you're going to like a city or a town, you're like, where should I park? There's a map that shows you every single motorcycle designation.
This is so cool.
With prices. So really, really useful.
I mean, like, big surprise that Japan is so goddamn efficient at everything. Here, hold on. Google Translate. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. And you can find like, if you need like a monthly rental place too,
That's insane.
Yeah, you just search by, you can search like
Tokyo, you can search by CC size.
Yeah. Because sometimes it'll be like, if you got like a scooter like 50cc, you can almost park those in bicycle parking spots.
I don't know. That's what it gave as an option, so I'm just going to put that in. Excuse me, Google Translate again, please. Hello, Google Translate.
Sometimes it takes a second to kick in.
Oh yeah, look at there's the Google Map tells you exactly where it's at.
Yeah, how to get there.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's
times that it's open to close.
Yep. So good.
That's a dude.
So I use this a lot when I do trip planning for sittings. Yeah, for any kind of city in Japan. So there's that, and then the other resource I use, the website is there's 2 different ones, but there's one that shows you the road conditions, the current road conditions. It gives you like a live or a recent photo of the road conditions, so you can look at the photo, see if there's like snow on the road. So if I'm going to go up in the mountains, I make sure there's no snow on the road or ice, or if the road's even just closed. Sometimes they do construction, stuff like that when you're doing some like route planning. So that's also a very useful tool that I use for planning a lot of trips, or decide if I want to go up in the mountains or not if there's still snow. Because like where I'm at sea level, so if it does snow down here, it melts really, really quick.
You keep referencing. I can't find
the mountains are like I can see the mountains from where I'm at. Like it gets. I mean, they got ski resorts up in those mountains. Not great.
You have a photo that I can't seem to find of maybe it was that one, and I'm just inventing, but I thought you had a photo of you when you took the bike up to somewhere to go snowboarding, and it was snowy. Was it not?
Yeah.
Did you not post
that?
It
was that. I sent you out on Facebook Messenger.
Where
so it should be on your Facebook Messenger.
Okay, hold on. Let me sift through again, because I 100% you did. Because my first thing was, dude, you did it, and you have like normal, just.
I mean, there's some tread
road
on those
tires.
Yeah, they're road tires.
But it's just like a normal. Where the hell is it? Is it this one? Oh, here it is. Okay.
And the nice thing too, I have like these really nice like
than I thought
motorcycle pants that I wear that are like insulated, windproof, and waterproof, and that are like super great in the fall and the winter time to ride, and like full zip on the whole side, so they're easy to get in and out of as well.
Oh, the full zip is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I got off like Revzilla. These were great. I don't think they're like rated for like crash, but I got motorcycle pants underneath that have like the armor and stuff in them. So
it's not as snowy as I remember the photo being, but it still seems like something that I would be white knuckling if I had these just street on a
the
cruiser.
Ride back on that, I got caught in a pretty good snowstorm, so I got like covered like in slush and snow on the ride back. But as soon as I got like through a tunnel towards like front of the mountain, then it like everything just started to rain and like was fine. So I got
Carl's not
lower
wrong.
elevation. There was no snow.
Don't forget, everybody, hit that like button because it helps the lives. And if there's one thing that this channel is surviving on, it's our lives.
But
so just real quick,
how much fun is it to go like I
click the
include
like.
like combine my two favorite things, snowboarding and motorcycle riding.
Dude, yeah, I
would
love to take the twin up to the pass while it's snowing. I would love it. I think it would be so cool. There's no chance that the rational side of my brain could talk the irrational side of my brain. The irrational side could talk the rational side into riding in the snow. Oh my God. It's just terrifying as a thought, but it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is great. This is one of my favorite photos you've taken because it's just like, that's the one thing that I just wouldn't do.
Yeah. I mean, again, like the roads weren't terrible.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
I mean, they're worse when I was riding back, but when I rode up in the morning, they were like clean. Then it started snowing heavier and heavier. But they still, it wasn't like, yeah, it just wasn't. I didn't think
not
it
as
was
terrifying as it seems.
No.
I see it, Damon Stangerlin. Hey, Damon. Just noticing the new people. All right, where are we at? We're at 7:30. It's not bad, guys. Early, you know what I'm saying?
I need to interrupt here.
Oh, okay.
Our guest in the green room is about to erupt. So
he really is.
I think we need to bring him on real quick so that announcement can happen, and then we can let him go.
It's just gonna explode. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the show of watching him down in the little thumbnail. I don't know what's happening, but his outfit just keeps getting more ridiculous. And I think the longer we make him wait, the better it will be in the long run. So I'm going to go another solid 15 minutes. I don't want to rush John Snyder because I haven't talked to him in forever, and I'm having so much fun.
I think it's a good time.
He might end up naked. So maybe there's a point where we're not allowed to bring him on, but
not enough beer yet.
Right now. Yeah, right? Yeah. I still can't wrap my brain around the fact that you're drinking Yingling. I'm so upset about that.
You know,
they'll ship it to Japan, but they won't ship it to the West Coast.
I thought I've read they used to not ship past the Mississippi, but I've heard that they
they're pushing
maybe they
this
don't go
way.
to Washington State.
Just right around COVID times, they had it was Small Man Moto that said, my neighbor had Yingling. And I was like, that's not true. Fake news. No way. And he's like 100%. And I was like, And then I went and did research. Yeah. They said they were bringing it to the West Coast, but then COVID hit. So I'm guessing that impacted the bringing it out here. So I don't know who his neighbor knows. Dude, it's so good. I love Yingling.
Well, the great thing, I remember
tasty.
when I was back in Combat Camera in Texas, we would go on different missions with the C-130 guys, and we'd go to the East Coast, and the pilots and aircrew and all of us would go to Stop Better, the place there, and get case after case of Yingling and throw it on the plane to bring back.
Yup.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh man. Yingling.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Well, I think it's time.
So,
let's do another. Are you going to fuel your motorcycle up with diesel or not? Picture.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Hold on. I had it queued up, and then we did other things. But you're right. I can find it quick enough now. Hold on. 2 seconds. Oh look, memories on Facebook. I drove a race car. Focus. Where'd it go? It was here. Here it is. I found it. We're ready. And share screen.
Yeah, there is a motorcycle club in Japan. There's one with some Americans in there, but they're
guys. It's P break number 2. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, I haven't really found any kind of gotten involved with any of the clubs nearby, but I know a few members. The Harley Davidson dealerships, they actually do group rides. They put on once a quarter, it seems like. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, they got vest and patches and all that. I just haven't been involved with any of them, unfortunately. All right, so This one is which one is unleaded fuel? Just tell me which color you think is the right color to fuel up your bike.
And back. Okay, have we? You haven't announced it yet, right? I'm guessing.
No, I haven't.
This one I don't know. I'm guessing black because that's the one I would grab. But last time it was red was the right answer, right? Oh no, don't
Correct.
open it.
Yeah,
Oh, I
last
opened it.
photo was red was the correct photo for unleaded fuel.
See, now you gave us the hint by saying that they changed the colors. So I'm guessing it's not the same in this one.
Yeah,
But
there's no
we'll find
yellow
out
handle
soon.
this time.
Google Translate. Okay, I want to know. I'm not going to tell you guys. Oh, what? Japan, you crazy. Wait, hold on. What?
Oh, there you go. You just got the inside scoop here. There's some Yingling available.
Who, where, what? Hold on. What?
Oh, it just popped off the comments.
Hey, put it back on there. No, bullshit. Bullshit, Garrick. No way. Be authority in Lake City neighborhood of Seattle. No. Garrick, are you lying? Yingling's website said that they didn't deliver in the last however many months any Yingling to the West Coast. Unless they're getting it from a third party. Oh.
Maybe.
Corey, message me the beer authority. And where'd you say? Green Lake? Garrick, where are you? You're in Seattle? Garrick, have we met?
All right. So the answer for this one, if you would have selected the green handle, you would have been correct and put unleaded fuel in the bike. If you would have selected the black handle, you would have put diesel in your bike. If you would have selected the red handle, you would put like ultra, the high end octane in it. So the red would have been okay as well. But the green would have been the best.
Cue the 93 only in my motor, people.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty expensive fuel. Everything I have is like unleaded fuel.
Yeah, just regular unleaded, guys.
But you can't always go off of the color here in Japan because
that's crazy.
Now that's why I had to learn the kanji characters up top, which is like, if you see, it's like the little backwards J and the dash at the end. If you see that, that's the correct fuel. So that's the way to really decipher not going off the colors. But yeah, it's so good tip here if you ever rent a motorcycle and riding around Japan and need to refuel. Learn that symbol.
That's so cool. Oh, he lives in like Tap. What is Tap, Garrick? What are we tapping, Garrick? Point is, he lives in Lake City. I don't think we've met yet, but shut up, Jacob. Jacob, it's me. Local beer store.
Yeah, people buy some like high performance bikes. It's requiring 93 octane.
Excuse me, Pete? Is Pete calling Yingling crap beer?
Oh man,
Pete, come on, Pete, come on.
I mean, I'm from Pennsylvania, so I have to support Yingling. That's
you should, regardless. It's so good. Listen, I'm not saying it's like the best beer ever. What I'm saying is, I don't know though, because it's up there for me with like good quality stouts, and it is the best cheap beer you can buy, hands down, no question. If you've ever had pub beer is like the closest flavor wise that I've found to Yingling. But Yingling's just a little bit sweeter. It's so good. It's just so delicious, guys. Oh, so good. Cindy, did you say I'm drinking Silver Bullets? I would never drink Coors Light. I am a man of style. Gross. I'm not dork in the road. He's not still on here, though, so. Oh, man. So good. Where are we at? What are we doing? Okay.
Yeah, is there any video clips that you want to show at all, or
so you've got we've got that.
I don't know if you had
4-hour
anything set up
one.
you wanted to show for video clips.
I didn't download the 4-hour one because I tried to,
Oh.
and it said 2.5 days, and I was like, well, there's no point in doing that.
All right.
I can bring it up. I have it queued. Well, I said that, but I have it queued up on Google Drive. But it's straight 4 hours. You got to like cue me in on.
Okay. Yeah,
going.
I mean, no, I don't think we're really prepared for that. I mean, the one clip with the beach clip was kind of neat because there's this one place in Japan. It's in Kanazawa, which if you were reading the news at all at the beginning of the year, that was the area that got hit with the earthquake in Japan and the tsunami, and kind of devastated that area pretty good. I was up there earlier that year, last year, with a buddy, and they got a beach that is the only beach in Japan you're allowed to take your vehicle on, like car or motorcycle, and you just go flying down that beach. It's a lot of fun. And they got cars doing donuts and stuff like that too.
Are you actively riding on the beach?
Yeah, actively riding on the beach. You stay on the harder surface because the softer sand is more difficult to ride on. But the compact sand stay kind of closer to the water side. Yeah, you go flying down there pretty fast. There's and I wasn't the only. Me and Buddy weren't the other motorcycles. Other motorcycles doing the same thing, and they had some kind of event going on. They had a big finish sign down there. They were doing some kind of motorcycle rally where they had like kind of sound like a I don't know, they had like different places they had to visit and stuff like that. It was multiple days. We weren't involved with that at all, but we saw other motorcycles with the sticker on their bikes that are participating in that event, which sounded pretty cool. But it was awesome location. Not sure what's going on with there right now. I imagine it's probably all closed off until repairs are made at that area. So,
do you know where in the video that was?
That was like that was, I have no clue where it's at in the video, but it was a single clip on the website I showed you that had like beach riding.
Oh,
there.
Shit. Friggin' poop buckets. That's right. There's a whole video section. That's my bad. Beach ride right here. I got it. Hold on. Okay, everybody wait. We're downloading this thing. Oh, yeah. It's already almost done. I forgot about the video section. That was my bad. It's my bad, everybody.
I don't know. Video, they're just so big files. They're just, I don't know.
Oh, hell and heck and darn. That's so friggin' neat. Guys, this is so cool. I'm going to show you eventually, but I got to make the screen bigger first. Maybe I don't. Let's see what
any
happens.
other photos you want to jump to? We could talk to real quick.
Maybe, but hold on. It's queued up. It's ready to go. It downloaded so fast.
That's good.
Well, it's not, 4.5 hours.
Well, yeah.
Stupid internet.
I didn't know what you wanted.
Dude, this is so cool. Okay, how long is it? Oh, this is 33 seconds. Guys, check this out. Look at this. Look at this. Friggin' awesome.
So, yeah, Buddy was following me on his bike there. So, we're just cruising on the beach.
Dude, that's so awesome.
And
that's neat.
And the great thing is, too, like, I don't know, 30 minutes from there was a campground that we stayed at that was free fitty. First come, first serve. Off season. Now, on season, they do have a fee to use it, like in peak, like July, August, but rest of the year, it's free. So cool. And there was a lot of other campers there, too. We weren't like the only people there. Word got out. It's a nice campground. But, yeah, super, super awesome location.
There it is.
Unfortunately, a lot of that area is probably closed, but yeah, that works. That works out pretty good.
That's so cool.
But yeah, super fun. First time really riding on the beach like that with the motorcycle.
Oh,
so not a lot of places you can do that anymore.
First time I took the twin out to Ocean Shores, and I don't have a lot of like sand experience, but I was like, well, if I'm going to learn, I may as well start in deep sand. And I just rode straight out into the deepest, softest sand I could see. Yeah, and it took all of about 3.5 seconds for me to eat shit real bad. Luckily, it was sand, so it didn't hurt. But yeah, oh man, sand is everybody's nemesis.
The only time I almost got a motorcycle stuck. And it wasn't on this bike here. It was on my XL 250. When I was in Alaska, I decided like, oh, I want to go through some tundra area and see how the bike holds up. And like, I almost got the dang thing buried to the seat. Like I had to get off and like lift it up and like kind of get side pushing it to get out of tundra sucks. I mean, it's terrible to walk on, but even ride on, tundra is terrible. Yeah, so this is like a random stop area. They just have like these dolls set up in like these remote areas. And they had one that set up like a police officer to try to, I guess, trick people that there's a cop watching people. I don't know.
There's one in Montana like that.
Random demon thing set up.
There's in Montana they have it's a whole cop car, and then there's like a dummy in it in Flathead Lake. I forget the actual name of the little town, but it's super great. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This
is my beach tent. So this is like a single layer. The problem with this tent is I run into a lot of condensation issues when it goes from like day to night. And so sometimes it gets like some like dripping water inside. So I don't like that. But anytime I go to like a day trip on the beach, like this is my go-to. Yeah. And that little sofa lounger is so comfortable. You just kind of run there and it fills up with air and like, yeah. So
okay, so so this is this, correct?
Yeah, that's it. That's correct.
Dude, it looks so much more roomier on the inside. That's a friggin' TARDIS.
For one person.
Is this a Coleman?
It's Coleman. Yeah, I got that in a Japanese thrift store for like $20.
That's the most Japanese Coleman I've ever seen. Like it's so compact and small.
Yeah,
but like smartly designed. Huh.
Yeah. And it makes, anytime I do any kind of beach camping, this is like a really nice tent to use. And it has like 2 different stake setups. They have like the normal stakes you pound the ground, and then it has like these bags that you can put into the sand and like bury. And so, it's easier to keep it from blowing away on a beach on a sandy beach. So great little tent.
This is the Zoobleaves, right?
Yeah. That thing's so comfortable.
Dude, they're so comfortable, guys.
It's $40.
I've had one issue, and the one issue that I had was because I didn't push the
cap.
Cap. Yeah, I was trying to think of like what the valve cover, the cap back into the little air thing enough, and I think it tweaked funny, and it was completely flat, and I was like, well, son of a bitch, and then it turns out no, it was all me. This thing is so comfortable, so cheap, and you all know that I'm on the cot life. This thing on a cot, dude, you need a cot. I'm telling you, it doesn't take up much space. This is as comfortable as being in my bed. Pillow top mattress, extra thick.
Great night to sleep with that thing. Like,
yes, 100%. Yeah, love it.
Yeah. Like I tried doing like like that air pillow I have there. That got a hole in it, popped. It didn't last. That thing lasted like a year. I think it did not last long. But I got like one of those self-inflated air mattresses, same name brand as that thing, and it was just so thin. It was useless. It was no comfort whatsoever. But yeah, that thing gets you like 3 inches off the ground. I'm a side sleeper, so like
same. Yup.
No issues.
Yeah.
So
those Zoobleaves are great.
Like in my little Henley Begins Japanese top bag I have, like it fits in there, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, it doesn't. You're not wrong. You're not wrong in like it's not small by comparison of other things, but it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't take up that much space. Like, it's not. It's worth it. 100% worth it. I'm really on board with that Zoobleaves. Smallman Moto asks Garrick if he's in Western Washington. Yes, he lives in Lake City.
Hey, Bacon Whiskey, that's a great question. There are so many more motorcycles here in the Japanese market that are just Honda's not bringing them, or Kawasaki or Suzuki are not bringing them to America, which I'm very sad. Like the bike that looks actually kind of like my bike right now is that GB350. It has a classic look, and it's not sold in America.
That's the international market in general though for motorcycles. Like there's a shit ton of stuff that exists that America will never see. Because honestly, so statistically, to say that I've done the research, we are actually, America's a very small market when it comes to motorcycles compared to like Europe or Asia. They could stop selling motorcycles to us entirely. And by them, I mean literally any company. And they would see like a 3 to 5% dent in their sales. Like, it's crazy how small the American market is. North America, to include Canada, how small the market is compared to what global sales are. Like, it's insane.
Which is weird because it seemed like it was the opposite back in the day. Because for my motorcycle, the CM450 was only sold. This particular model was only sold in the U.S. and Canada. It was never sold in the European or Japanese market, which makes it interesting because my particular model bike's probably the only one in Japan. Since they never sold this model. This 450. They sold a CM400 in Europe and Japan, but not the 450. It was bored out a little bit more. So
to be proud of my
it's probably super rare over here.
To be
but
proud
there's
of my
another
stupid.
Bike. There's another bike.
Okay. Hold on. To be proud of my stupid motorcycle knowledge, that's because Yamaha and Honda were like, "Oh, Harley's got this thing. We could do it better." And so they showed up in America with cruiser style motorcycles, which, much like what you're riding, and it's because of Harley. This is my personal opinion. It's because of Harley, I think, that we have really Honda and Yamaha so dominantly in the American market.
Yeah,
because they went after them hard with the cruiser style.
Yeah, I got the Rebels and all that. I mean,
yep.
my bike is like a pre-Rebel. I think they kind of merged. Well, kind of went to the Nighthawk, and then they got like a Rebel spinoff from that. But yeah, just so built so well. But the thing I was going to mention is like a future bike that I want to buy, probably 4 or 5 years from now. I need to save up some money. Is I want to get a CB 1100. They came out in 2013, 2014 in the U.S. Market. Now they do have the final version. They call it the CB 1100 Final that just came out this year in Japan. It's their last model for the CB 1100. It looks amazing, but it'll never get sold in the U.S. And I can't buy it here because the bike's, it's brand new. It has to be 25 years older to take it back. So it's very sad. Now there's some nice 90s CB 750s that you could buy and take it back to the U.S. But yeah. Oh yeah, I just love that bike. Especially the final edition just looks perfect.
Dude,
so, I want that bike.
It's
but the 2014 model that you can buy in the States, and there's actually a 2017 model they brought into the States, but it was such a small import amount. They're still very expensive and hard to find. The 2017 CB 1100 EX. But the 2014 model, they're selling between like $6,000 to $7,000, and that's pretty reasonable.
It's
great,
perfectly modern and timelessly classic.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a beautiful looking bike.
So that's a future purchase I want. Yeah,
25 years from now.
25 years from now. But they have the 2014 model, which is not. It doesn't look that much different from that right there.
Yeah.
And I like the 2014 model versus the 2013 because the 2014 model has a bigger gas tank and it has 6 gears instead of 5. So that's why I'll go for the 2014. Yeah, that's the one to get.
Oh yeah, it looks just about the same.
Yeah. So they got a black, red, and a blue version. Blue version is a little harder to find, but I want that bike.
That is That is a timeless classic Honda look. They nailed creating that bike. That looks so good. I love it.
So, yeah. And you can put it. There's a lot of accessories like a rear rack you can put on a thing, so that thing would do great for long moto camping trips.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Street only though. I don't think I would go off road with that.
Yeah, no. Stick to your 450 adventure build.
Yeah, and then of course I got the 250 as well. I don't think I'd have to for a long road trip put that in the back of the pickup truck or something like that to get out there and then do trail riding with the 250 cc. But yeah, that's kind of future plan. I'd love to come out west and join some of your ventures whenever I'm back in the U.S.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So,
You're obviously more than welcome. I'll take you out to Camp River Beer. It's my favorite spot.
River sounds awesome. There's free beer in the river, I take it?
There was the first time that I showed up. That's how it got its name. So I went out and scouted this spot, and I was like, when I found 3 or 4 different spots, and I found this one spot, and I was like, this is it. Like, dude, this is the spot. So first time we went out to go camp, set everything up, and then I walked down to the river, and down there's like a little rocked off area so that the water can flow through, but it kept the beer cold. It's a little rocked off river refrigerator, and there was a friggin' 24-pack of Rolling Rock. Somebody left it, and I had free beer all weekend, and so that became Camp River Beer.
What if they just left it there and they were going to come back and get it? Like, my beer's gone.
Who puts beer in the river and then leaves?
Keeps it cold
No.
while they're gone.
No.
But,
Mother Nature said, here is this beer. No, I don't even feel bad, because I couldn't even fathom being like, I'm just going to leave for a week and then I'll come back and my beer will still be there. No, don't do that. To be fair, 2 or 3 camps later, I did leave like 4 to 6 beers in the river, and I made sure the rocks were good, so they didn't just float away. Somebody showed up, and that place is ever evolving.
So the people are requesting a giveaway.
I did see that. I have it queued up, in fact. A giveaway, you say? Well, if you are somebody who loves Mountain House, what are you doing with your life, first of all? Because, I say, there's Peak Refuel. Guys, if you've seen anything... Motorcycles and Pancakes says TMM Crap River Beer. First of all, free beer is delicious beer. Thank you. I would never buy myself Rolling Rock, but I will drink every one of a 24-pack if it's free of Rolling Rock. So thank you. Calm down, sir. If you don't like freeze-dried meals, buy Peak Refuel. I think everybody knows my stance on Peak Refuel at this point. I love that. Oh, no, this is specific. So he's got a bunch of different options on MotoCamp Nerd. Pick the one you want and just let me know. So any of them are up for grabs so long as he's got it on his website. By him, I mean motocampnerd.com. I really strongly recommend the sweet pork and rice. In fact, if you watch Dork in the Road's content, he recently went and camped, and he even said, documented on the internet, on the YouTube, I was right. So not to brag, but dude, it's so good. This sweet pork and rice is what I recommend. But I also recommend any of their stuff because I've had a lot of them and they're all freaking delicious.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, like all my motorcycle trips here in Japan, I'm not really doing a lot of campfire cooking, exception of like maybe mountain pies, which are awesome.
That's right. We talked about that.
Hot dogs,
the
or
last
something like
live
that.
stream.
Something basic, but yeah, convenience stores are just so convenient in Japan. Like there's one like maybe 15 minutes away from every location you're at. They're just every corner there's a 7-Eleven or a Lawson's or yeah, and even those places, they have like meals. You can do all your grocery shopping to get like fully prepared meals that they just zap in the microwave in your set.
Oh, well, I don't know about zapping in microwave, but I thought you were going to lead into like camp cooking, which you're not wrong. That's always better.
Yeah, they have options, stuff that you can cook over a campfire. They sell like meat and stuff like that. Yeah. That you can. Gyoza. They have gyoza you can buy, and if you have one of those little pans like I showed you, that little mountain pie maker can also use a frying pan for gyoza.
We talked about that. We'll bring that up after this because that's also super dope. Garrick says I hate freeze-dried fruit. I'll have to try Peak Refuel.
Because camping stores in Japan, like the gadgets they sell, everything's like very compact, small, very efficient. Like it's impressive. I go to some of these camping stores are like 2 levels or 2 or 3 stories of just like crazy amount of gear. And the tents they have over here are different than the US too. They got these a lot more tunnel tents, like the Wolfwalker tent, and they got this one that's like 4 sections where you can have like 2 big inner tents in it and like a huge living area put motorcycles in, and it looks massive, but I'm not sure how small it compacts. I don't know if it's like feasible to even put it on the motorcycle or not, but it's only like
probably
$200 or $300 for the tent. So I don't
Japanese,
know.
and they're fucking so much smarter than us, and they make things so much better. If you want to win something, nothing was shared. Oh, this software. Hashtag so tasty.
Nice.
So tasty. Enter to win a pink refuel. Like I said, pay attention because this one's kind of complicated. When you win, go to Motocamp Nerd's website. Send me a link. That's the best option. Send me the link to the one you want in the email when you win. If you haven't tried Peak Refuel, guys, this isn't me just being like, I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I so wish they would like sponsor me and send me free shit so that it was in every one of my videos and I didn't have to pay. But I will continue to pay and it will be in every one of my videos because they're so good. I don't fanboy unless I actually like it. I fucking love Peak Refuel stuff, guys. I've had a bunch of them, and I have yet to have a single one where I was less than like, this is really good. I don't know how they're making these meals, but they're making them really good. They're really, really tasty. I like them a lot. 100%. Mountain House can go frick themselves right off a mountain. Because a mountain and a house. And anyways, you get it. Enter now. Hashtag so tasty. They're so good.
Yeah, one thing that came to mind too about the tents as well.
You'll find out soon, Valkyrie.
The Wolfwalker tent is when I went to purchase that, I found at the time it was actually cheaper on their website than it was on Amazon. But
really,
it was like $180 or something like that, $190 on their website versus like 200 something on Amazon. And then even cheaper, I found it on Amazon Japan than it was on their website.
Of course.
It was weird. When I do some price comparison stuff like Amazon America versus Amazon Japan, I find cheaper prices on Amazon Japan sometimes, which is great because it ships a lot faster as well. I have to wait like 2 or 3 weeks for the item to ship from America if I can get it in Japan. So
I don't want to sound ignorant in my following statement, but I think the reality of like Amazon is we're talking about a lot of like international stuff, companies creating products that like they ship to America so that it can sit in an Amazon warehouse. And I'm not knocking it. Like there's a lot of great stuff that I love to buy on Amazon. I don't want to sound ignorant to anything I'm about to say. And I feel like it sounds like it could be, but I don't mean it that way. But it makes sense that like Japan is so much closer to Asia at large where a lot of that stuff is created. You know, China, Korea, Thailand. It makes sense that it would be cheaper there because they don't have to build in the shipping costs. It's freaking great quality products.
Like if you're familiar with some of the Japanese products, like Snow Peak is a great camping ultralight, and that's a Japanese company. And even still, like Amazon Japan versus Amazon America, like the prices are like half of the cost of US. And then I found going to the camping stores, and sometimes they run discounts. It's even cheaper at the camping stores than on Amazon Japan. And so I've gotten some great Snow Peak pots for like $20. It would have been over $100 from Amazon.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's a quick glance. That's a quick glance into the green room, guys. You do it long enough, I'm gonna showcase it eventually. I mean, I don't know, man. There's just so much good stuff that's in the world. buy it all and try everything. All right, guys, we're at 16 entries. It's been a minute. Hashtag so tasty. Last chance. Matt Roden, no, not. This isn't Dork in the Roads. It's not enter. It's hashtag so tasty, Matt Roden. Fix yourself in 10 seconds. And
Dennis Larson, you put a space in there. You gotta.
Oh, Dennis Larson, yeah, it's all one. It's as you see it on the screen.
Yep.
Hashtag ampersand #, whatever you want to call it. So tasty.
Is it case sensitive as well, or?
I don't think so. No, it's not, because people are not doing that. Not that I'm knocking any of you. I wouldn't do it if I saw it. I would do it all lowercase too. I just did it so it was easier to read. All right, we're doing. Oh, what? Oh. All right, we're going. Oh, Crashing Moto got in there and and draw. All right, who's winning? Who's winning the delicious peak refuel food? Guys, it's so good. It's so good. Sideways Stan, my guy who lives close, and we're gonna go camp in the woods, and hopefully he doesn't kill me. I just love the name. Like, I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable, Sideways Stan. I know you're like, hey, let's go hang out, and then I'm like making fun of you for being a serial killer. I'm just saying, if I saw a Netflix special called Sideways Stan, I would watch it. I'd be like, what is that? But let's hang out. Don't kill me. Sideways Stan, tallmanmoto@gmail.com. Go check out motocampnerd.com. Oh, wait. Oh, share this haven't said. motocampnerd.com. Go sift through and then send me in an email the link to the one you want, and then we'll get you taken care of, along with your address. Oh, man, they're so good. Such tasty food. All right, we are at 2 hours, Mr. Snyder. I've got a guest in the green room who's getting rather obscene.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I really mentioned about was some of these service roads. They have a lot of service roads that go up the mountains to like really good observation decks. They just don't maintain some of these like smaller. They're all paved. They have like concrete on them and like or some kind of pavement on there. So, but there's going to be debris or rocks or just covered in leaves or needles, and can be real slick. You got to be real careful if it's wet. I've had a couple buddies that would go on those rides, and because of that freaked out and they crashed.
That's a bummer.
Because of like just not enough skill riding in the that type of road condition. So, but yeah,
it's a lot scarier on a cruiser. 100%.
Yeah, you just got to be real careful, especially around turns. It was some like switchback turns that had like leaves and pine needles and rocks and stuff like that all over the road. But they're all paved, so that's nice.
I think that makes it, honestly, I think that makes it worse when there's like shit on the road and you don't have like the tires or the ability to counter lean. Like when there's stuff on a gravel road, it just sinks down into continuous traction. Well, it's not going to. Well, everybody here, I think, knows what I mean. Versus like pavement that it's like slick. Yeah, that would. Yeah, no, not great.
Yeah, but I mean these little service roads, like they take you some really cool locations. Just especially those observation decks, you can get up real high up on the mountains there to kind of see everything. There's some cool temples and shrines I've gotten to that were like kind of remote-ish, and yeah, I was like the only one there. It was kind of wild. So I think there was one photo in there that had like my motorcycle in front of this like giant bell. That was like a service road I got to that was like really sketchy. But yeah, I think vehicles were allowed on it, but I didn't see any signs that said they weren't allowed on it. So,
well, sometimes you just gotta go for it and hope that it all works out, you know?
And that makes up a good point too. In Japan, it's uncommon, but there are roads in Japan where motorcycles are not allowed on. There's some tunnels and roads in Tokyo where there's like a sign that has like a motorcycle rider with like a slash through it, and you're not allowed. Motorcycles are just not allowed on that road. And if you get caught, it's like a pretty good fine. And then there's some other roads in the Nagano area. It's called like the White Road. It's a very famous road. Cars are allowed on it. Tour buses are on it. And it has like really great switchbacks and stuff in the mountains, and it's a toll road as well. But unfortunately, no motorcycles are allowed on this awesome road. I'm very sad about that.
Oh no! Womp womp.
But there's other roads motorcycles are allowed on. It's not like a huge big deal. It's only like
there's always another road when you've got two wheels.
So, but there are some roads out there they don't allow motorcycles on, which is sad. But it's better than Korea. I heard that all highways in Korea, no motorcycles of any CC are allowed on the highways in Korea. So at least we can get it on the highways. So
someday, maybe, probably not. Maybe someday.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Japan and rent a motorcycle.
Yeah, the motorcycle rentals are more expensive than car rentals for some reason. I guess maybe because of liability and cost and all that. But
because they're better every way.
There you go. But even locally here, there's a couple motorcycle shops that offer rental motorcycles, which is kind of nice. So here's a funny story. We talked about this the other day. So when I came over here to Japan to ride my motorcycle, and it's all SOFA, so the rules are different for military and SOFA members or civilians working for the government than civilians. Yeah, so it's status of forces agreement, and so it makes our lives a little easier to drive and live over here for obtaining a driver's license. So you just have to have your normal driver's license back in the state. And even though I had my BRC1 and BRC Basic Rider Course 2 certification, which is only good for 5 years, you have to renew the course every 5 years.
In Japan?
In the military and Air Force in general, it's only good for 5 years, and you have to retake. It's just they're trying to keep the number. Yeah, just trying to keep the numbers low for crashes and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, they say that, but then they let people just ride on in NSUs without any kind of.
Yeah,
I have a whole new situation of opinions about active duty service members riding on the base with no riding gear at all. I'm in my flight suit. Everything's fine. Anyways,
yeah, I mean the riding
that
gear
surprises me.
Pretty. Well, you just have to have like everything covered. Like you got to have boots over the ankle, a helmet, gloves, no skin showing. You have to have long pants and shirt. Doesn't have to be armored or actually like rated for crash gear to cover it. Yeah,
I don't think it's any better stateside because nobody's riding it. Anyways,
so I came over here with everything good to go. Like I already had my BRC2 good to go, and I still wasn't allowed to get my motorcycle endorsement without a refresher course through the motorcycle safety program on base, because riding in Japan is different, which it slightly is, but not like you have to take you always have to take a written test, even in like when I was in Europe as well. And here in Japan, you have to take a written test. It's like, I don't know, like 50 or 100 questions or something like that. Just basically has like all the like identify a stop sign, who has the right of way. You just have to identify certain signs. Yeah, international stuff. Over here they drive on the left side of the road. That was the most difficult thing to get used to at first. We'll drive on the opposite side of the road.
That would be a change.
So yeah, once you take that, you can get your SOFA driver's license. And then for the motorcycle endorsement, I just had to do a 1-day refresher course. They were pretty good about it since I already had a current one. So I was up and riding pretty quick. Other people that don't have all that, like BRC1's like a week long, and then BRC2's like 2 days long or something like that. So but once you have your BRC2 course completed, you just have to retake it every 5 years. And then I did mention at the beginning, like my main mode of transportation is my motorcycle. So when I do my, grocery shopping, I put all my groceries, like a reusable grocery bag in the back of my top bag. And I usually get like enough groceries for the week at the little Japanese grocery store. And the great little tip to save money after 5 p.m., all their bento boxes, like the pre-made food, it's like between 20 to 50% off. So, you can get a good dinner or
getting them
lunch
deals
for the next day for like a couple bucks. Really, really cheap. So that's a good little tip for people traveling over here as well. If you want like dining on a budget, just go after 5 o'clock to the grocery stores and buy half price off bento. They do that at convenience stores too, that after a certain time frame, they'll start discounting stuff that will go, they have to sell, like perishable stuff, pretty discounted. So.
All right, John Snyder. We're at 2 hours, 20 minutes, 6, 7. Yeah, that's math. That's how math works.
Yeah.
YouTube might explode if we don't bring out I thought I had one announcement, but it turns out, guys, I have two. But it's not really two. It's like 1.5. But do you want to stay down below?
Yeah, put me down below.
Okay. I'm going to put you down below. So everybody say bye, John, from the future. So 11, 12, so it's 1:20?
Yeah,
on Friday now?
1:20 p.m. Yeah, my day's just starting.
The future. Okay. Tall Man Moto live streams from the future. Dude, thanks so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
If anybody wants, you can
cool catching up.
You can like and subscribe my YouTube page.
Yeah,
I have
he's got
0 videos.
so much going on that channel.
I have 0 videos, but
we were gonna tell you all to like and subscribe to the whole thing, but all right, I'm gonna put you down below. Ba-doop. Guys, it's almost time to bring out the second guest, but before that, I'm going to go pee. So here's a song called Feeding the Ducks that the live stream thing provides me. Hold on. This guy will entertain you all. Here's Feeding the Ducks with Mighty V360/Smallman Moto. Don't bring out secret second guest yet. Bitch.
Oh, man. If you guys only knew what was happening below this screen here. You just got like little well, okay, maybe it's sneak peeks of someone down there, but he's oh, I'm sweating just watching it. No, I'm not gonna dance. Hey, Carl. No, this white guy don't dance. No. But our next guest, he is quite a dancer. Yeah, I'm gonna say that there. Actually, Garrett, yes, I do. I live in a fifth wheel while we are. Well, if I can't bring him out, then if you can see the reflection in my glasses, you can see him right down there. And are we back? Holy cow! Holy cow! Please.
What an exciting discovery for me.
Please.
How's Feeding the Ducks going?
That was
perfect time. It just ended. Look, that was the length of a pee and making a drink.
And a drink retrieval. Okay.
Oh my god. Are you removing yourself?
I'm out.
And bye. Okay, so I have two things. I thought I had one more thing, and we're going to talk about it with said special guest that I'm sure nobody has figured out who it is yet. But real quick, guys, exciting thing in my life that's happening. If everybody here, if you ride motorcycles, already has your endorsement. The point is, I'm Monday finishing my certification, and I will officially be a motorcycle safety instructor for WMST. Yeah, that's it. That's their name, WMST. The point is, I'm going to teach people how to ride motorcycles. I'm super excited. What I'm also super excited about is going on what the hell is happening with my I keep trying to bring you on, but it's not working because my mouse is not working. I'm super excited to do a podcast here soon. And it's not just any podcast. It's not my podcast. It's this guy's podcast, the Barley, the Harley guy. Also,
this guy right here?
some
Is it
guy
this
that
guy
likes
right here?
pancakes. So when are we doing it? Well, we're going to do it Monday, but it'll come out later.
Oh, we're gonna do it. Okay, so yeah, hi everybody. Thank you.
He's
for
just
having me on
been
today.
getting progressively more intense the longer we've kept him down in the green room.
I want to tell you something. That freaking adventure guy is kind of annoying. He was in here and he just left because he didn't want to do your show. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and
So
do the
much
show.
chest hair.
What's wrong with my disco stew? What's wrong with
Nothing.
disco stew?
Nothing
Come
at all.
on now.
I told you.
Come on now. You
Long
might
as we
get some
kept
dollar
it.
bills right now. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
hold on. Let me.
My name's Carly.
I'm not bringing Cletus out. I thought maybe it was time. Well, we'll save that for the podcast. I'll bring. You know what?
You know
I'll tell
what? You know what? That's why
I
I did
will
this
bring
because you told
Cletus
me
out
you
for
got
the
some
podcast.
Cletus. Oh yeah, you know it's gonna be some. good
Tell
stuff
me
out there.
about this annoying motorcycles and pancakes guy and the stupid podcast he's doing and how he's like
Oh my god.
growing
Okay,
it.
okay. So first of all, I have to live with the guy, and he's always like pancake this, pancake that. It is just the most stupid thing I've ever seen. I mean, we all like Ralph waffles, right? I mean, come on now, who likes pancakes? And little scoobity doobly things in there, just fills you all up with them little syrup packets there. Oh man, it's
Syrup
so-
pockets.
Hold on. Shut up, Mom! I'm on the desk phone, doing the live thing. Shut up! Sorry about that. My mom gets a little crazy. I'm down in the basement. It's all right. Anyways, yeah, he likes those like pancake things. He's always making them. He's always like, I am the pancake connoisseur of all pancakes. So I don't know, but yeah, he's doing some like YouTube thing or some stupid thing, and it turned into like a podcast, and he's doing a podcast thing. I don't know.
Mhm.
I guess it's
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know. I hear you're coming on a dough, right? Monday at 6 p.m. You and I, or excuse me, the pancake guy, and you, and maybe Cletus. We're gonna do one of those little things there.
Definitely Cletus.
Oh my gosh!
I'll let Cletus out of the box just for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Mom. Sorry. She's doing laundry. Wants to know if I want dinner. I just want beer. Come on.
She asking what those streak marks are?
You know what those streak marks are, man. I jumped on this little motorcycle of his, and I don't know what the hell, but it went back. And I went, holy crap. And I just went back, and I was just like, oh my Lord. There, baby Jesus. I
Where-
need new underwear.
Barley,
Yeah,
I have a question for
yeah,
you.
come on.
Where'd you get that drinking
know, right?
toque?
The drinking toque? Right here. Well, I stole it from that pancake guy because he's awfully annoying. But apparently, he's got this buddy. His name's
Mhm.
Sean. I like to call him Sean Fan because I know it bugs him.
Sean
And,
Fan.
yeah, and he's like, what is that? A Oregon. So you can find him on the Instagrams. He doesn't do YouTube. He's not cool, and he drives like a
He ain't
GSA
cool.
or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Classic
It
Beamer
don't
guy,
go
am I
rumble,
right?
rumble. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm at Starbucks. I'm at Starbucks.
I don't have time
Anyway,
for
yeah.
YouTube. I have to go to Starbucks.
I know he drinks his coffee with his finger and his pinky on. It's really weird. Anyways, he went ahead and bought this for Ian for Christmas, and also this right here. He got him. Actually, his wife got him this right here. This is waffles versus pancakes, the ultimate showdown. One of these days we'll bust it out. We'll bust it out real good.
Is
So,
it
anyways, yeah.
is it a board game?
Yeah, it's a board game. What part of that did you not understand there, my short man?
The,
I mean, come
the,
on.
the part where you didn't
Yeah.
say that it was a board game. Waffles
Did you
versus
know that?
pancakes. The board game?
Look at this thing right here.
Oh,
Look at the
God,
ring
I
light,
don't
like
know.
ring. Whoa,
It-
yeah.
It looks cool. I don't
You know
know
why
if
it's cool?
I don't
Because
like
it's
board
got
games.
pancakes in it, and that pancake likes pancake guys.
It's also got waffles, so how cool is it, you know? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Should have
Well,
enticed him with a Harley.
Harley's the only way to go. He break down and you got to fix him all the time, and you got to put the parts in the bathtubs. You can't shower, and it's Yeah, I haven't showered for a while. I got parts in there. It's not good.
We know
I
how
don't
you
know
look like. You know how you look like a real man, Harley. Barley, Harley. You
Harley,
buy
the Harley guy.
a Harley, and then you're always
Yeah.
working on it.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
probably how you get the
Uh-huh.
ladies. How
Well,
you
I got the
get
ladies.
the lady.
I got
Yeah.
the ladies because I have leather assless chaps.
La Huda
That's how I
Wada?
got. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, I got him from Critter Moto. Apparently, he's down in Mexico or something. I don't know. He's down there somewhere drinking tequila shots or something. I don't know. Maple bacon whiskey. I don't know. He crazy. He crazy. He crazy. Oh man, shut up, mom. Sorry, she's getting crazy. So annoying. So, anyways, yeah. So,
When
I got one of that pancake guy. He's got one of them other podcasts coming out. He's having some audio drift issues on this episode, and it's kind of I hear him getting all cussing and swearing. But I'm gonna give you a little preview of it. It's some dude up there in Canadian land. What's his name? Matt. It's another Matt. It's your Matt, but it's another Matt, and he does something with like a spoon and an ADV thing. I don't know. He calls it a ladle or something. Ladle sport or something. I don't know.
he puts a spoon where?
Yep, right in your dung dung. Hey, what do you want, stupid? Hold on.
It's Jonathan, isn't it? Guys, I think hold on. Oh, nope. Oh, turns out, nope. And he was never off camera. Guys, it's
Matt.
motorcycles
What are you
and
doing, dude?
pancakes in the same
Here we
outfit, but with
are.
less chest hair.
Oh, we Barley, he's that alter ego guy, and he just hangs out here. It's really freaking annoying.
Yep.
Really annoying. I hope he's probably annoyed everybody on here. You probably went from like 1,000 people listening to probably like nil.
Okay,
So,
first of
hey
all,
man,
I have a dedicated.
what the farkle just jumped? You got a
That's
butthole.
what I was just wondering. It's the fat one too. She doesn't normally do
Okay.
things like that. Anyways, that's the cat that I want to keep.
Okay.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, dude, not much. So you're coming on do the podcakes thing, huh?
Yeah. So we're doing it
Yeah,
Monday.
shoot.
We're recording Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna record it Monday. So
When do the
target date-
people get to relish in our creation?
Exactly. So there is an episode that I'm actually I'm kind of having some audio drift issues in Premiere Pro right now.
Audio drift issues?
Yeah. So I'm
we
doing
will
this,
discuss offline.
and
I got you. We'll figure it out.
It's actually really cool because it looks like I'm like in a ninja movie. So I think I got it figured out. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of the master of that. So I'm hoping that one's going to be out this Monday, but it might have to be pushed back Tuesday, Wednesday at this point. But that's Matt with Ladle Sport. It was a lot of fun. We giggled a lot, learned a lot of stuff about, he used to race Miatas. Dude, so good. So good. Yeah.
Listen, here's why I'm upset is because I'll never comfortably fit in a Miata.
No, likewise. You and I are close to the same height. So
yeah.
I never.
But they're like the funnest car in the whole world to drive.
Oh, without a freaking doubt, bro. Yeah. So he came on. We learned some pretty cool stuff about him. But like I said, I'm in the editing process. I'm in a little bit of an issue. It was after that episode I learned something else, and I was like, of course. Anyway, so
Ladle Sport
episode.
Hold on. So Ladle Sport is a motorcycle guy, but
he was at yes.
Your brain. So talk to us about what you're doing with the podcast, because I love this. I love that you started it as like, oh, this will be a fun thing, interview other motorcycle people, and then some preface on my part. One of the things that I love most that you have caught the bug of in the world of talking to other people is hearing their stories.
Love that.
And so you've really gotten into it. So tell us what you're doing with the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, so we eventually, as everybody probably knows, we started Motorcycles and Pancakes, and then I just kind of did a play on words when I decided, hey, I want to do this podcast. So we went ahead and just named it Motorcycles and Podcakes. And as I went in through the first several episodes, it was amazing. I mean, a lot of good people came on. I really enjoyed, learning their stories, and I want to know the history because, and one of the things that I get a lot of crap for is that they're long, and it's a long based format.
I have an hour and a half drive one way to work.
Then you can listen to.
So I love putting them on.
Back.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and it's like I don't feel like in a set time of 30 minutes, 45 minutes, sometimes not even an hour. Like you don't really get the person. Like I wanted to start it with that cliche, like the person behind the helmet, right? So that's was my initial reaction. I wanted to learn about the person, their foundation as a person, and how that progressed to find motorcycles and how motorcycles affected their lives and stuff like that. But very quickly, I started realizing my circle of people that I know and that I can branch out to, and friends and friends and friends and all that. Not all of them are in motorcycle or in the moto community and have fascinating stories. Like I just had Billy Zerkat on a 2-part special, and
Is
we
that
were
the
able
chef
to
guy?
do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he has a rare form of muscular dystrophy and limb-girdle muscular dystrophy, and it was a great story, and I really was inspired by that conversation. And if I didn't rebrand, I could have never done that. So I had this not really epiphany, but I knew at some point I had to rebrand from motorcycles and pancakes or podcakes, excuse me. So if somebody's searching a podcast and they're not into motorcycles and they see motorcycles, and they're just going to move on. Right. So I just rebranded it to just podcakes. And within that brand, I'm doing 3 separate kind of shows. So I have Inside the Helmet. So that's everybody that's here within the moto community. We're still going to do that. I mean, you're going to be on an episode of Inside the Helmet, right? I freaking love that. But the people that are outside the moto community, we just call that Outside the Helmet. Those are the people that are not related to the moto community at all, and we're just going to interview them. And that, like I said, that's where Billy came in. He was the first one of that. But also, what I also really enjoy for podcasts are like learning things and
Yes.
opening my mind. Like I found physics and science and space and all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. And I love learning about that and just being this like education junkie and just learning about it all. So
Do you find it easier to learn about science and space when you're in the spacesuit?
yes, 100%, because I feel like I'm Captain Rogers.
Checks out.
100%. In fact, when I'm driving down the street, I just wear this anyways. But we're also going to do this is actually going to be a difficult one to do.
This is the part 3,
we're
correct?
Yeah, this is the 3rd show within this little Podcakes umbrella. It's called The Current View. I wanted everything to have a motorcycle theme to the name, but this is going to be the one that's more of like current events, and I don't want to make it a political show at all. I don't want the politics involved.
Yeah.
But like for me, I don't understand the reasons behind some of the events that are going on right now. I have questions. So with those questions, I'm also like, I know people and stuff, and we're gonna come on and like, there's like 2 right off the bat. We have stuff going on in the Red Sea and the Suez Canal, and then also the Panama Canal's low. We're not getting shipping through there. We have a potential strike of Mexican trucking companies that's going to affect. So we have all this like freight that's not coming to the United States. So there's like a possible pretty massive economic impact. Yes, Matt.
So if anybody watching is unaware, you haven't done that episode yet, correct?
No, so
okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Barley, the Harley guy / motorcycle and pancakes, depending on whether or not he ever updates his lower thirds, you are a trucker by day. Yeah. So all of that very much so is like directly under your umbrella.
Yep, 100%. That's one of the things that I really wanted to kind of talk about. And so there's a lot of, like you said, the Houthis and everything in the Red Sea at the moment, right? They're doing a lot of stuff. The United States military is very involved over there. So we're going to bring Sean in, ADV Oregon. He's very well versed on Navy and war and that kind of stuff from that and shipping in general. So he's going to bring up that. he's going to bring up and kind of talk about that and answer some questions. And then a lot of the trucking logistics and the possible, I need to preface that, the possible economic impacts that we could see, that's going to be me. And so we're just going to talk it. And those are not going to be 3-hour podcasts, most likely. We're probably going to bring that in a bit.
Have you done, you haven't done one of these yet, correct?
No.
section
So Sean
3?
and I, so Sean and I, we've tried to do this, but one of the things, I don't want these off the cuff. These are episodes that we need to be educated on.
Yep.
And then everything in the description is going to have where we found our information from. So people can fact check us. I'm just not going to be out here and be like, hey man, this is what's going on. And you're like, no, that's actually not what's going on. And like I said, I'm not going to get in. We can get into policies that are directly affecting, but I'm not going to talk about current administration or past administration or this or that. I just want the facts that are going on in this bubble right now and why this is kind of, affecting us and the potential and stuff. And then there's another one. This one's tough. This one is a really tough one. And I'm been in contact with a few experts. There was somebody that was an intelligence officer in my podcast a while ago. He and I have been talking about coming on, and I'm trying to find somebody. I've actually, one person had interest, and another person actually today got back to me, but they seemed a little too propaganda based, from Portland State University. But I'm trying to find out, like, it's not going to be pro-Israel, nor is it going to be pro-Palestine, but it's going to be the facts of what is going on over there. The history, because this is not anything new, but I have questions, and I would like to kind of learn a little bit more of the understanding of the history of that land over there, right?
No, 100%. Yeah. I and I'm happy. You know what? Listen, this is my live stream, and I'll do what I want. I'm happy to echo that it's
apparently Matt's gone. I don't know. Hi everybody. I don't know who's on and who's not. I'm
small man.
Hey, there we go.
You're gonna lose your privileges. He was pointing out that while it's my live stream, he has moderator rights.
Oh yeah, right.
Man, no. So to echo your point, it is extremely difficult because I wanted to educate myself and everything that's happening over there. It's hard to find neutral information regarding that, and I'm not. You're right. No, you're right. It is. It's a because I'm like I don't want to talk about politics. It's hard to cover that effectively because there's
politics
a lot going on.
Yeah, but you can also dig down to the foundation of, not necessarily why the attacks
I'm super
in
excited
October
for you to
happened
do that.
or what's going on, but it's the foundation of, like, why do these people hate each other, kind of thing. And it's been going on for 2,000 plus years.
Yes.
So a little bit of history on that for me would just be super rad sauce.
Yeah.
But those are going to be our more kind of serious ones. And those, I don't really, I don't know. I don't know how those episodes will do, but I'm kind of doing those for me because I would like to have those kinds of mind-opening, eye-opening conversations where I can learn stuff about very difficult topics.
92% of my YouTube channel is for me.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. 100%. And I think, was that Small Man that said Billy's story was really inspiring? Like,
Small Man's dead to me, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
All right. So somebody a little bit ago, Billy and I have known each other for about 4 years. And
Billy?
Billy Azura.
Fuck. Sorry. Yeah. Catching
up. No, yeah, dude.
And
so we're back to Outside the Helmet.
Yeah.
Episode 10, part 1, part 2. But yeah, that was a great story. He and I, we've chatted a little bit and stuff, and he was just that's stellar, man. Everything that he's doing,
Is he,
so, and then I think
so he's the first one that you've done the Outside the Helmet with, correct? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because you posted the thing where you I don't remember what he was talking about, but I was like, what the hell is it? That's not even you. Well, did your YouTube channel I just wasn't prepared for the realization that you would branch
I
out
got your
from,
message.
and then I went, yeah, you made the comment, I responded, and then day before yesterday, I listened on the way home and back. You're right. It is. It's longer, but I could give a fuck because I have a long drive. So I'm here for the content. I love that you are creating something that is outside of bigger than just the motorcycle community. I love it. I love everything around the motorcycle community, but you've caught the bug, and I love it
100%. Yeah,
because
thanks, man. That means a lot.
the world is so full of stories, and every single person. One of my favorite things. Hold on, I want to Google it because I don't want to screw this up because I want people to go look
Google
for
it.
it.
Yeah.
Is it called the Long Road? No. What the hell is it called? Oh no. John, I'm going to bring you back up. Are you ready to come back on? Okay, he perked up. So I don't know if you'll know, but there was it wasn't like CNN or NBC, but it was like there was a guy who he used to throw a dart at the wall, and then he would go to that town, and then there was something about looking through a phone book.
Yeah.
And he would find what the hell was that called?
Yeah, it was like something My Story America or something like that. I know what you're talking. I have to Google that.
Oh,
Like
that
NBC,
was
right?
My Story America.
I feel like it's on my computer.
I hate that I can't reference it because I used to really
Yeah, I used to teach
friggin'
this.
love this.
They talk about this in Dinfos.
Dart. Yeah, that's where I found it.
Everybody has a story. Yeah, it's called Everybody Has a
That's-
Story.
That's so true, man. Everybody
CBS
does. And
News. David Johnson.
that's
Everybody has a story. Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, I mean that's
if
a great way to find stories. Is like, yeah, cold call, random person, like using a phone book. It works. I also shared the latest Ad Fontes media bias chart. A good little plug there. If you look at the top there, right in the center top is Stars and Stripes. Great military veteran news source.
Yeah, if you
I work for them,
want to pull your hair out as a media creator, work for military media. And you would think like, oh, the military, like that's the most biased. Bro, it's so hard to create content for the military because there really is. And you would think like, I thought a lot going into this career field before I joined the Navy. I was like, okay, because I spent like a year and it was high school level, but I was like it's going to be so biased. Like they're going to be like, oh, this happened, but write this. Dude, the military is so harshly, aggressively neutral. It can be so difficult to create content sometimes because you really do have to
it depends because if you're working for public affairs or Comstrat type organization directly, I mean you can only write positive stories. But the organization I work for Stars and Stripes, we have First Amendment ability that if something bad goes down, like we're writing about it. So we have the ability to actually do real journalism.
Yep.
So it's like we get a portion of our funding from the DoD, kind of like NPR and all that. So, but yeah, it's a great organization.
Okay,
our main focus is to write stories for military members and what they're interested in reading about and keeping them informed. So,
Okay, John, I'm gonna kick you back down,
That's
but
my
thank
plug.
you because I knew
Yeah.
you would know everybody has a story. I just had to figure out how to explain it. So if you guys and Ian,
What?
if
Use your word.
you everybody, but if you really want to be like inspired when it comes to like the world of journalism and watching something that is just wholesome as shit and is it, I mean, literally at its core, it's what it's freaking called.
Right.
Something that is like everybody has a story. Dude, they're so good. I want to say it was called something different before that. Something about like On the Road. But it's all the same
Maybe.
thing because it's the same guy, Steve Hartman.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
He's-
watch that when we're done
Dude,
here.
it's so good. You're gonna get
Yeah.
That's one of those things where it's like watching friggin' TikTok videos of cats. You're gonna end up 3 hours deep and be like, shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you watch hats on TikTok there.
friggin' TikTok. I limit myself to like once every 3 months because I open it and then fucking Tatum Says pops up and here I am 2 hours later watching dog videos. Or making stupid Grinch face. I don't share that stuff though. That's just for my own entertainment.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So that's pretty much the gist of what we got going on. I think some future guests. I've been in contact with a colonel in the Air Force. He's going to come on. He's a flight
Ugh.
commander on the Bones,
Gross.
on the B-1 bombers, and has he's got some good war stories, man. Yeah, he was taking, I think it was something like $5 million in cash when the war started to go down, and was going to go buy things for whatever, a fob or something. I'm not sure on that part, but they got ambushed, and so they had to fight their way out and stuff, and dropping some bombs on some pretty high value people, and that's going to be cool. And then he's got a buddy that's a spec operator. I don't know if that's the right term to use, but he's coming in, and he and I have been in a little bit of contact.
Cahoots.
Coming on there.
Have you been in
So
cahoots?
some cahoots. So I mean, we've got some people coming on. There's a few people in the chats I've reached out to, but some of them will come on, some maybe not. I mean, it's totally fine. Like, I'm just trying to bring on interesting people with great stories.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want to hear your story and be inspired to be a better person and just do things better and live better. And maybe something in there, like I said, with Billy, maybe something in Billy's story, somebody hears it who might have like a diagnosis, who is feeling down or lost or whatever, and here's Billy, and they're like, yeah, whoa, their trajectory just changed, right?
I mean, everybody with depression.
You know, hey, we all fight that crap.
God damn it.
100%.
Fuck, man. Listen,
Yo.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I do want to point out to all of you, and everybody has been able to talk about this stuff, and I'm not a big fan. And fucking Small Man Moto over here can corroborate, because Corey and I don't know if Mike's still on, but Corey and Mike, the three of us we have a Facebook chat because
Nice.
we're the three best friends that anyone could have. I have been going through some shit the last week. I have my highs and lows, and I'm just not like, I 100% support everybody being able to like create content around this stuff, and I wish I could hit a point where I could really like open up and talk about that stuff, but like I'm not there, and I want to get there because I love that everybody's doing that and promoting that. But I say all that to say, for everybody who is here and is a core like shower, upper viewer, whatever, the point is, I was going through some shit this last week, and I was hitting a pretty solid fucking low. And guys, I want you to know that I woke up this morning and I went up, and it was creating a situation and a community and I was so looking forward to all day. This has been the high point of my whole week. I love doing these fucking lives. I love getting to fucking hang out with everybody, and you guys are great. And thanks for pulling me out of my bullshit, because it hasn't been a good week for me, right?
No, it hasn't.
Not great. We've had some real shitty conversations. Not good. Okay. Bye. Bye.
So
I just
first
left
of
the
all,
control because he kicked me out of my own live stream like 6 times. So I just, the point is, I appreciate way more these lives, I think, than anybody who is watching, because I don't do these to be like, oh, fucking my live stream. It really, for me, is getting to fucking hang out with everybody, and I think this is so great.
I think the fact that you're still going through your journey, you're still learning to
Dude.
heal, and you're still going through your thing. So you saying you're not ready to talk about that is because you can't talk about it, because, like I said, your journey and your path of healing is still being. You're still going through that, so you can't really talk about it because you don't know what the end looks like at this point, right? So I think for Critter to start that with his, and then for me to be able to talk about mine, we went through the shit already, and we've already gone through most of that healing process.
Yeah,
So we are
I haven't
able
hit
to
that
put
point.
right. We're able to kind of put that roadmap together, right? So you'll get there, and if you choose to talk about it, I mean, look at everybody that's here right now. It's going to be extremely supportive. I was scared, like I made my video, and when I hit send, it was this like anxiety panic.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
I was
Like,
it it was terrifying, and within minutes, dude, I mean literally minutes,
yeah.
text messages, instant messages,
No, I
comments,
remember.
phone calls. I
I
mean,
was
I had 2
part of
different
that.
people call me. Yeah, I had 2 people just crying to me on the phone. And that was a part of the healing process for me, I think, because I had to relive the worst moment of my life to make that video. I had to think about it. I had to relive it. I had to
Yeah.
think about all the
We-
decisions and everything and put that together.
We spend a lot of
Yeah.
time trying to
Yeah.
run from those thoughts.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it's complete bullshit. And the fact that you've got, 2 different people to talk to and have your circle and
Oh.
be able to do that. That's I didn't have that. I don't think Critter had that. And I think that's massive. And that is super healing for you and them.
You want to get in on this group chat? Because we'll bring you in. We love you. No, but seriously though, we spend a lot of time, and this is like not. It feels like chintzy, but to loop back to like Chris's whole reason for creating Get Lost, Find Yourself, creating that like space where, I mean, you were there. Anybody who was there understands. Anybody who wants to go and is like dealing with their own shit, dude, being able to just like sit around the campfire and know that like this is it. This is the time to sit around and be like, here's the shit that I'm dealing with that I don't want to talk about. Dude, it's just fucking, it's nice to know that we are hitting a point in society where it's okay as a dude to be like, I'm actually not okay. It's just, I don't know.
It's okay
I
not
dig
to
it.
be okay.
And you're leaning into that. You're leaning into that with the podcast and with the content that you're creating. I'm here for it. I appreciate you.
Dude, I appreciate those words. I think I've had some some impact. I mean, very recently, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I had somebody reach out that was just struggling, and not in crisis, but
Yeah, but you don't
actually
necessarily.
was.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I've realized that I want to be in that advocacy space because I know, obviously firsthand. I mean, dude, I took a fucking handful of pills. I'm
Yeah,
sorry for
that's-
swearing
dude,
on the
that's-
podcast.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
I
and
haven't said a
I
bad
wanted
word
it.
the whole time. This is God's podcast. Please don't do that.
Hello, Jesus. But I took those handful of pills, and I literally I don't know how.
Sorry for anybody who's a religious person, but
Right.
I'm not. You know who's my favorite person in the whole world? Half my size. That's it. That's all he gets. I'm kicking him back off. All right, guys, it's getting real fucking heavy.
Getting holy hell bags. We're there, kid.
Say some funny jokes. I gotta pee.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be like that.
We're off. I can't hear you, but I see you talking. Tell a funny joke about a duck that walks
Hey,
into a bar or something.
I don't know any funny jokes like that. I mean, no. I should be full. What's up?
He always leaves us hanging like that. He'll just walk off and just say, "Hey, keep him entertained."
No. Yeah, and I think it totally is because I mean, you and I have been chatting a little bit tonight, and I was kind of keeping you entertained when we were offline, and it was a little hyperactive. I got to admit, I was a little offline, standing on my chair, doing some, not very nice gestures.
They were not nice gestures.
Yeah, man. How's driving going with you?
It's slow as heck. Yeah.
I know. It's actually getting a little scary out there at the moment.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And we're hoping it's just seasonal for us anyways with lumber. But I don't think it's going to be. I think it'll be a little bit.
Yeah, we I picked up another customer just hauling a lot of chemicals and stuff, and kind of been doing a lot of that lately. Dude, the freight lanes are just they're bad, and you're starting to see a direct reflection of that.
Who brought that guy in here
on the shelves? Actually, you did. So
I.
So anyway,
okay.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of empty trucks.
It's one FTR. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
A lot of empty trucks rolling
boys.
around. It's like,
yeah, a lot of the backhauls are just gone, and there's
things.
Yeah, dude, we went full logistics here for a minute.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I said tell something about ducks walking into a bar. I tried to make a punchline to that joke, but I couldn't come up with it.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
The duck says, "Where's my bill?"
Hey Ben, by the way, yes, my camera is mirrored, so these are all actually hung correctly.
Wait,
and I don't know anything about being hung, so
no, neither this moment.
All right, well, that's the end of this podcast. Live stream, anything.
So there's that.
Wait,
yeah,
so the American flag is on your left?
On his right.
Everything's backwards. So everything is correct, hung up.
Oh my god. I thought the guy in the future would be complicated. It turns out.
No, it's just me. I'm wearing a spacesuit. So
what? Hold on.
Have you seen a flag on a uniform?
Hold on.
What, meow? Yeah, I got a flag on here somewhere, right? I don't know. Maybe I don't.
No, it says astronaut on his thing, and it's the right way.
Yeah, because I mirrored my camera, so everything would be backwards is now readable. I'm not as stinky as you dumb I am.
I am what you said because I don't get it.
Dude, you just hit the 3-hour mark, man. Congratulations.
He's gone. Oh, thank you.
For
some reason, there's still people here watching.
I know.
Why?
Hey, I'm gonna step.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
exact. Why is the cereal box not mirrored? What? That's not a cereal box, but
it's a game. It's a game. I don't know.
Oh, that's now we can't read anything. That's just angles. No. Come on, there you go. Perfect.
There we go.
Come on.
There we go.
Come on.
But you've got just real quick, you've got the three guys you're chit chatting to, and everybody on here, dude, that y'all can call me anytime if you need,
Yeah,
Just
I love
saying,
you, buddy.
Just saying. We love you, bro.
I'm super
Hell
excited
to
to
the
do
yeah,
Monday. Do you have like pressing questions? Like, what are we gonna get into?
So here's my show prep. Okay. I basically, if a guest has some sort of social media or something, I kind of spend some time stalking, if you will, going through, reading posts, learning about trips, stuff like that.
Go on.
I get educated on the person a little bit, but one thing I don't ever want to do is sit down for a podcast and have a list of questions. I don't want that ever at all. I want in my head, I want the direction of a conversation, maybe how I see it going. But I think if you have a list and you want to bullet point and check those questions off, your conversation is now not a conversation. It's a question and answer session.
I love it.
I want a conversation to where it can grow and turn in whatever direction organically and naturally. And if if we have a 3.5, 4 hour conversation, then we have a 3.5, 4 hour conversation as long as it's intriguing. If we have a 2 hour or 2.5 hour or whatever, there's a time where we're like, okay, we're done. Right. Or I've had guests.
That's how I feel about most of my conversations with small man motos.
Well,
okay, we're done.
Yeah. But I've had guests like Misty Hurst. She was like, dude, we were on that long. It feels like we were just getting started. Right. So we just go. I don't want to dictate anything. If it gets super long, I just break it down into part 1, part 2, maybe part 3 if we need to. Whatever. Let's just go. Have a good conversation as long as it flows, as long as there's a direction, as long as it's engaging. I keep the record button going. And we just chitty chit chat, right? So
I'm into it.
Yeah, super rad, man. Super rad. I'm excited to have you on. If if the podcast is going to be anything like our text messages going back and forth, it should be pretty.
It should be pretty good.
Yeah. I think we're going on at. I think the last one was what 5:58 and 43 seconds or something like that.
What?
Right.
Dude, the length of no shit.
No. When we want to start. When we started, because you were like, "Hey, it's 6:07."
Yeah, the very specific time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You don't tell me anything. I run my own life. Promptly, I will log in at 5:56 and 42 seconds.
Sounds great, and I'll be ready at some
it's
point.
Gonna be great. Did you have anything to contribute or no? Okay, bye. All right. Power move.
Yeah, man. Dude, it is so hot up here.
Don't you fucking kick me out, you son of...
So anyways, tomorrow we actually are going to go film some footage. So it should be pretty good.
Yeah.
We're going to go on a little yurt excitement camping trip. Should be pretty rad. And I'm actually...
Who's going to a yurt?
I'm going to a yurt.
You're going to a yurt?
Somebody. Yeah, with somebody that's in the chats.
Is it Jonathan?
Don't know Jonathan.
He's gonna touch your butt.
No. Remember. You can
pull
say
the pole,
hold the pole, or hold the hole, but never pull the hole.
All right. Well, turns out my live stream and my YouTube channel has been canceled. So thank you both to them. Is Dork still in the room, or did he just show up to make funny comments and then dip out? Only the comment section will tell.
Yep.
He's a yurt expert.
He's a yurtful.
I
don't know if that's a name or not, but I'm going with it.
He's yurt. I don't have a. I can't
telling
make
me
a good
what?
yurt. Yurt's not a word that you can make like easy jokes about. Point is, he does it a lot, and I want to go down to Oregon and do a yurt now because they look friggin' dope.
Well, we're leaving at 9. Come on down.
Not this weekend, dude. I have so much going on this weekend. I got things on things. So Saturday, for those,
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think I've ever talked about it because, anyways, I do. So I coach Special Olympics basketball this time of year. So Saturday we have a tournament.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love it. But Saturday we have that, and then it turns out I got tickets. So my daughter, we went to a Silvertips game, which is a minor league hockey game. Went to a Silvertips game, and they were like, if you want your dog to be in the small dog races, and my daughter was like, I want my dog to be in the small dog races. So we did that. And they have a, like, if you want your dog to show up in the actual game, you have to do like a preliminary races thing. So we showed up at this place to do the trial races. Her dog made it to the second round. And then it turns out through horrible organization. They were like mixed breeds is what they said. And then these dogs that are like fucking giant show up. And her dog's like a little Yorkie something mix at her mom's house. Because I'm not trying to have a small dog in my house. Anyways,
Of course.
They just wrote down the names of the dogs as they showed up. Her dog got matched against something like 5 times its size in round 2. Did not make it to the ice, is the point. But everybody got tickets. So I say all that to say I have to do this whole thing south of Tacoma Saturday with the Special Olympics thing. And then we have to be in Everett by 6 o'clock because if we don't go to the small dog races that we got tickets for, because we showed up for the trial thing and they gave everybody tickets. So I've got basketball tournament first half of all of Saturday. I have to be at a hockey game, 6 p.m. puck drop Saturday evening. I feel like there's something happening Sunday that I'm supposed to do that I still am not tracking. Monday, I'm doing the certification
Super
thing.
Bowl.
Dude, it's, I don't know. No, definitely not.
No, go Niners.
I only like to watch men play with pucks, not balls.
That's not the video you put on. Oh, never mind.
Whoa. That was between us.
I know.
Small dog
It was
Moto.
fun doing that.
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Hell yeah, man.
Monday is the certification thing. I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
there's something.
It's rad you're doing that.
I'm supposed to do.
And by the way, Monday about 5:58 and 37 seconds.
Yeah, that's when the certification thing's done, which is exciting because like I'll be freshly done with that, and we can talk about that too.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to that, brother. I gotta go take a leak ski.
Kitty,
So,
I get it. That's what this guy's for, and he can carry the conversation while you have a pee time. Hashtag 2 beers. I made it more than 3-4 beers. I feel like I did pretty good this time. I don't care about sports ball. I don't care about any of the sports balls. I don't care. I just don't care. Here's the thing, guys, is before you're like, I grew up in Washington in the Seattle area I was born in 88 to I graduated. The Seahawks were the worst. They were the worst for so long. I grew up not having a sports ball team to care about, because they were just so bad. Look at him. Guys, can we just for a second look at this dumb little baby face? It's like grow a beard again. I'm tired of hanging out with 12-year-olds. You can remove yourself. It doesn't mean you're any less of a child. All right. We're at okay, let's pull the comment section. He did that, not me. Just to be clear. He's trolling everybody now. We're at 3 hours and 11 minutes. What are we feeling?
Oh,
are we
that's
feeling
great.
like Are we feeling like this is the live? Are we feeling like let's run it a little longer? Comments. What are we feeling?
I are going to bounce.
See,
That's what
it.
I got
That's
it.
the wrap up time. It also is.
I don't think it's the wrap up time. You can keep on going.
No,
That's
it's
Porsche.
9/11. I was just looking at the time of the live stream and not the actual time. Guys, I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning for work.
Awesome. You go, girl.
I hate it.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Dude, so I'm gonna
Garrett's
take
sleepy
off
time.
real quick. Yeah, I gotta start getting ready for my yurt trip tomorrow.
Nobody. Don't invite yourself.
It's gonna be
wave.
filmed.
No, not you.
I don't know what's going
somebody's
on.
bringing himself in for a wave. Yeah, look at him stuffing his face. Yeah, and bye.
Okay, it's all Gucci. But yeah, dude,
Where are you
looking
yurting?
forward to Monday, man. In a yurt. Duh. A yurt. It's a thing, and it has a place. The place where the yurt it was made.
You know what? Okay, all right. Well, and that's our time, ladies and gentlemen. So
we're going down to South Beach, which is just south of Newport.
Oh
on the Oregon
yeah.
coast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got us a couple little routes. I think I made Sean pretty nervous because I was like, "Hey man, it's like 130 miles of freaking gravel."
Because
which
his
makes him a little bit
BMW
nervous.
can't off road.
Yeah. So something about like old tires. I don't know, but I think we got a pretty good route in and out.
Lack of Starbucks from one destination to another.
No, when I actually make the routes, it's a requirement that I can be no further than about 50 miles from a Starbucks at any given time.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Is
did
he
put
even
the
still here? Did he dip out?
yurt gates.
Oh no, there he is. 906. He's still here.
He's still there. Yeah, I'm on the other private chat thing. Anyways, so there we go. You know, should be pretty rad. We're gonna film it, and I got a little theme for it because it seems like I'm doing a lot of themes. You know, so I got a live coming up. I just got to plan it, and it's gonna be kind of an interactive one.
Is that tomorrow? Cool. It's tomorrow, right?
No. I haven't.
Oh,
no, I was asking you originally if you wanted to come on Podcast Friday, and then you were like, "No, bitch, Monday." So, anywho, yeah, we'll do the live, and it's going to be kind of an interactive. I got kind of a cool idea for it, so I got to plan that one, and then, like I said, we'll get some more riding content. I've been working so freaking hard lately with this new customer that I haven't had time to go out and create much content for the vlogs and stuff. So, looking forward to getting a couple down tomorrow with Sean, not a thin. And should be pretty rad, man. Faux shizzles. Yes. Well, yeah, he did. So
he's trying to put his Starbucks visit on you because he had to go and he was like, "Do you want anything?" And you made the mistake of saying yes, and then he was like, "Oh, I brought him Starbucks." Yeah, because you were stopping anyways, Sean-a-thon.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I'm not going to say no to coffee. I don't care where it comes from.
Got him.
Not true. Not true. There's apparently, I forget what it is. There's a coffee bean. It's a delicacy. Some animal eats it, craps it out, and then take it out of the trap. I forgot what it was. I was just like,
I feel like you know what this is. What is it?
It was from, a cat ate it. I can't remember what cat.
No,
it was.
it's not a cat.
Yes, it was a cat.
Hold on,
was
I'm
it?
Googling.
It was a cat.
Rare.
Oh my God, dude.
It's not.
And it's like $100 a pound or something stupid. $300 a pound.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous.
How do you spell delicacy?
How many people are watching this right now?
Just
we're
17. We're down to 17.
We are strong at. Oh, I don't know what that means. I'm
Civic
not
cat. Yes, Dennis Larson. Civic cat.
Jesus,
it's
horrible.
the most expensive.
Yeah, I was on.
Stupid.
So here's the thing. When I first got on the TubeUbes, it was at 18.
7-Eleven. 7-Eleven sells all of that. It's called shit coffee.
Yeah, literally. I was the 18th person to do the like, and we're still at 18. So if you haven't smashed that like button down,
it was
everybody
23.
Make sure you do it first.
Somebody said 23 earlier.
No, I think that's probably how many were on at the time. I'm looking at it right now.
Guys, why would you do this to me?
I'm gonna clip.
I see 26 likes.
Yeah, see 26 people. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. Good.
How about
I
that?
don't know why mine says that. Mine says 18. I'll refresh it.
Oh no, I don't want to
Inside.
hear myself. No, sorry.
Oh, 27.
27.
My bad. I was
Yeah, how
wrong.
about
But make
that?
sure you keep smashing that down.
Smash
her
it
down
up.
like
Smash it
shit
up.
coffee.
Yeah, buddy.
Guys, thanks
Yeah, man.
so much for being here. Hold on, let's bring it back. With this guy who's in the future. I know, sorry, I just popped it on you. And then this friggin' idiot who's
Which is from the
moderating and
past.
kicking me out of my own live. Bam, got him. And then old Pancakes over here. Everybody just showing up, hanging out, having a live time. Winners of live giveaways. Email me. Because there's at least two of you that didn't email me from last live. And so, guys, you're not getting the things you won. You won them. Don't bring yourself.
It's like
No.
Brady Bunch. It's like the Brady
Critter
Bunch.
Garrett and Sideways Stan.
Okay,
Well,
you got it.
Yeah, but they got to email me. So email me so I can get you your sweet winnings. Because I'm telling you, that peak refuel stuff is delicious. I love it. What are you doing?
What's new with your logo?
That was one.
Grabbing something.
It's over because you're reversed.
Oh.
What is going on in your universe where you're reversed, but
This
we
is
read it
this
right?
is this
It's
is
the other
this is
way.
where
Go the
logo
other
is.
way. It's the other way.
It's
There
There
you
you
go. There you go.
Logo.
Yeah, squeeze
I'm gonna have to
that
do that.
like logo. It's not
there
the
you go.
like logo. Don't click on that, guys. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Like I said, guys, I literally this is the highlight of my week. It's been a rough week. I went through some shit, and I was just so upbeat waking up this morning knowing that the live was this evening. And thank you all for being here. You're all awesome. Congratulations to everybody that won. Sideways Stan, tallmanmoto@gmail.com. Oh, he emailed me because he won something. But also, let's hang out. Let's have a camp time.
If anybody's
Sideways
going to
Stan, you have
moto,
a Bruiser in your picture. Do you have an adventure bike, or are we not off-roading to camp? We can do either. I just want to know what's going on. So email me. I love you all. You're all great. Thanks for being here. Tune in next month. It's going to be another great live. I don't know what's happening.
if you
but
want
it's
to do
gonna be
moto
great.
camping in Japan, let me know. I'll be here.
Yeah, another giveaway. John Snyder said he'll pay for a whole trip to Japan. No, just kidding. All right, guys. I love you all. Bye.
Bye.